Hello everybody, Flamin' Shark, back with another video, and today we're going to be jumping into part 6 of our Let's Play of Fate Stay Night, part 4 of the Fate route. Last time, we got in another 3.5 hours of Fate. That's kind of... I don't want to say that's the goal. The goal is to get around a 3-hour part, but if it's longer, that's not a problem. I just don't... It's kind of a delicate balance. I don't really want to get into 4-hour parts. I think that's a bit much. I think if I can stay under 4 hours, it's good, but I kind of want to stay... I don't want to be much under 3 either because long-ass game. And the pace that I go at is slower than your normal person. Like I say, I could somewhat supplement that by the parts being really long, even though, again, it's a give and take. I'm only posting once a week, Fate, but I'm doing really long parts, but I also go through stuff slower than most people because I like to discuss and, you know, get a lot of, commentary and on my opinions and thoughts and reactions and stuff. You guys know the drill. It's a delicate balance, but I've been enjoying Fate quite a bit so far. It's been pretty good. We met 2 characters in the last part. Well, one properly and one, I guess both of them properly. We never actually met Kotomine Kire until last part. Technically, we met Ilyasville van Einsburn, Ilya, but yeah. Anyways, we do have some stuff to jump into. I need to find, where did I go wrong here? So, there's a couple things that I want to go through. I noticed that, yeah, I didn't check the weapons menu. I only went through the, character profiles for the servants. So there is the weapons menu I want to check. But the other thing is that I got a bunch of comments from you guys telling me, watch the dojo scenes. So, don't know what to expect there, but when I get a bad end, watch the dojo scenes. Now, the way I'm going to do this, the way I plan to structure this is I am going to go through Fate Stay Night, Fate route, and then I'll take a break, and then we'll do UBW, take a break, then we'll do Heaven's Feel. After I finish the entire game, I will probably go back and do a kind of reaction run through of any bad ends I didn't get. I'm not necessarily trying to get bad ends. I'm perfectly fine with getting bad ends. And in the case of that one, I was so curious about what would happen if I revoked the command spell. I'm going to generally try to get good ends, and I will approach the bad ends afterwards. I will, after I finish the game, maybe after the Fate route, I'll go through the Fate bad ends or something, but generally my thought is way down the line after I beat the game, I'll go through kind of all the bad ends that I didn't get, which will probably be most of them, hopefully, although I might just fuck up a ton of times, get half the bad ends myself, which honestly I might. So, we'll see. Because, yeah, I was surprised that, yeah. So, I actually am gonna make a quick cut here, and then we'll jump right in to Fate. Alrighty, I'm back, and we're ready to go and get that church scene. Not church scene, dojo scene. So, yeah. So we're gonna revoke the command spell. Yep. No, but Tiger Dojo 1, that is what I want. Very nice job. Very convenient how easy they make that. Shoutouts to the visual novel. Tiger Dojo is a strange hint corner. If you would like to beat the game by yourself, or if you would like to keep the characters' images, please be warned. So, yeah, it was kind of the if you would like to beat the game by yourself thing that's that's kind of what scared me off, because I didn't know what to expect, because I'm, totally blind, so I have, no idea. But I imagine this is going to be memes, which is why if you would like to keep the characters' images, please be warned. Like, if you would like, because they're going to be out of character and doing stupid stuff, probably. Although, Fujine, that's just kind of her whole character. But sure, let's take the advice.
Konnichiwa! Minna genki ni shiteru kana?
This is already weird because it's in traditional visual novel format. Like, this is normally how the text is in visual novels. It's at the bottom and you have like their name on the screen, which is not how Fate does it. So that's actually really interesting in and of itself. But yeah, Taiga over here is sussin', and this is gonna be fun, I can tell. Also, the art style is different too. There's like so many things going on here.
ゲームは1日1時間サクッと死亡した君に体罰直撃悩みを即時解決するお助けコーナータイガー道場です
Tiger Dojo desu.
さて早速だが本編の雰囲気ぶち壊しのこのコーナーの趣旨を問いたいと思う
Yes, it most certainly destroys the mood of the actual story. That is, without a doubt, just listen to this fucking music.
答えよ弟子1号
What the
この
fuck?
道場はニブチネバカチーナシロを救う舞台裏で言うなればフェイトを支える大黒柱であります
What the fuck? Os! Is that a Hunter reference? That's got, like, Os! Like, they say that. They'd love to fucking say that. Fucking Killua and Gon. Oh my god. And of course she's in the fucking PE outfit, bloomers and all. Like, Jesus Christ. Japan. This dojo is the backstage that always saves the dull and stupid Shirou. It can be said that this is the central foundation that supports Fate itself. God, that's so funny.
いわばフェイト本編そのものと言っても過言ではないのではないでしょうか
Yeah, I think that's a bit of an exaggeration, Ilya.
Marvelous! Bravo! Oh, bravo!
Nice English there, Fujine.
はいよくできましたみんなもうすうす感づいてると思うけどこの道場こそがフェイトの肝なのよ
It certainly is, apparently. There was a lot of people that really wanted me to see these. Like I said, I probably won't get many of these in my playthrough, but at the end, again, at the end, Jesus Christ. So in like 20 years, I do want to watch all of these. And that'll be fun because with visual novels in particular, I'm not very much of like 100% completist when it comes to games. I really don't care. But with visual novels, I do like to get like all the dialogue and stuff, so we will at the very least definitely get all the dojos over the course of the, by the end.
みんな本編でおっきな顔してる偽ヒロインたちに騙されないよう少しでも危なげな選択肢が出てきたら迷わずそっちを選んでね
Wow. 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 Please die because we're the main characters and we want more screen time. I mean, I was assuming that Ilya's here because we got killed by Ilya, but maybe Taiga and Ilya are gonna be like two of the main characters of... I mean, obviously Taiga's gonna be the main character of the dojo, but maybe... I was assuming like the secondary character would be whoever kills us, maybe, but maybe it's just gonna be Ilya. Because, like, that's the thing, we don't know how big... Like, obviously Ilya has an important role because she's one of the 7 masters, but maybe her role is going to be, like, maybe she's going to have a bigger role than a lot of the other masters. Like, we'll have to see. Because, like, we still haven't even met Lancer's master. And then, obviously, I mean, obviously the most important ones are archers and sabers, of course. But we still have 3 more masters that we know nothing about. And we've gotten, like, little teases of things potentially from the, openings. We've had 2 now. But, like I said, I'm trying not to look too deep into the openings. It's kind of a weird thing. I try to, like, turn my brain off as much as I can and still enjoy them. Because I don't want to skip them if they're not super spoilery. And from my understanding, it's the Heavens Feel one that's, like, awful. Like, the Heavens Feel one just fucks you in the ass. But I haven't heard anything about really needing to skip any of the ones before Heavens Feel. So I should be fine with Fate and UBW.
さて 回のシローはあっちゃー、ぺっちゃんこで小さくなっちゃったか。
I love how like we're gonna commentate on how he dies each time. God, this game is so morbid in like the stupidest ways.
こんなことするのはよっぽど残酷な人でなしなんだろうな。そこんとこどうなのよ、弟子。
Well, now that you mention it.
問題ありません。これは愛情の裏返しによるキュートでポップなジェノサイドなのだ。
A cute and pop genocide of love. Only Ilya would fuck. Jesus Christ. What the fuck? I don't even know what to say. Like, I want to say, like, I love her, but this isn't even her character. This is just stupid bullshit. I feel like this is like 95% of Fate is just stupid bullshit that's out of character and makes no fucking sense. Like, I feel like this is a greater representation of Fate as an IP, as a franchise, than the actual game I've been playing so far. It's literally just fucking gacha and, like, memes. Like, that is, like, literally 95% of Fate's IP at this point. For better or worse. Probably for better, because they're making ungodly money. So, you know. Get fucked.
いててて。間違えました。これは二つながらないお兄ちゃんがあるヒロインのご機嫌を損ねちゃった結末です。
Keck?
その通り。いわば指導不覚悟。背中を見せたら切腹よ。
Wow, that's actually the, you know, I make seppuku memes quite a bit on the channel and just in general in my life. I've never actually heard that. What the fuck? What is this? Actually, like, it's seppuku time. Jesus Christ.
今後このような後ろ向きな選択はじゃんじゃん選びなさい。死ねるから。
I mean, that's really tempting, Taiga. Like, I really, when you literally ask me to, that is certainly tempting.
でもまあここは名目上 Q&A コーナーなので一応悩みに答えておきましょう。
Sure, let's get some advice too.
弟子1号、今回の対策は？選択肢に戻って違う方を選べばいいのであります。
I feel like that's literally going to be the advice every single time.
はい、よくできました。今回のような突発詞は至るところに仕掛けられてるから選択肢でのセーブは基本よ。
Yes, I do understand how visual novels work, even though, to be fair, like, so far, I guess this is the first actual, like, choice, proper choice-based visual novel that I've played on the channel, because the Danganronpa games, at least so far, are linear. They don't really have, like, branching pathways.
それじゃあ今回はここまで。次の稽古で君を待つ。
And to be fair, ironically, this was originally going to be me playing the next Ace Attorney game I haven't played, which is also a linear. Ace Attorney is another visual novel series that's linear storytelling. Yeah, that was adorable. Jesus Christ. And then it's like, game over. Alright, that didn't take long. That was cool. So yeah, let's just jump in. Boom. And we're back. So, now let's actually take a look at our weapons here. Okay, the only thing on here is unidentified axe sword berserker. A sword of rock, okay, it's rock, interesting, that berserker uses, is part of the foundations of a temple Einsburn prepared, and this itself was the catalyst used to summon berserker. Heracles was skilled in archery, but since he has gone berserk, he has lost his former weapons and skills. Yeah, I don't think we have anything else, so we're good. Oh, never mind. So yeah, that was like a fun, like, light-hearted way to start the episode. Let's actually get into some serious stuff, although actually, it might not be that serious. I'm looking forward to one-on-one Saber and Shirou dynamic interaction. We really haven't gotten it yet because the entire time that Saber's been in the story, Rin's been around. It was either Saber, Rin, and Shirou, or Saber stayed outside when it was Kirei, Rin, and Shirou, or there was the fight where we were dealing with Ilya and Heracles. So we actually haven't really had any one-on-one time with Saber besides when we literally summoned her And even then, it was very short, and there was some Lancer involved there too. Some Kuchulan. I literally have no idea. I need to look up the pronunciation for that Irish like folklore legend god beast savage badass motherfucker. I'm very familiar with Heracles. I think most people are very familiar with Heracles. I mean, it's like one of like they even kind of mention it's like one of the most famous legends. Like, it's insane. Like, that's kind of a wild one. So I don't really know. So it'll be interesting to see what the other 5 are based on, because like I don't have a clue. Archer. I really don't have much of a clue on Saber either, because I'm really limited on famous women that like were fighters in like history and like lore. Like, that really kind of I don't really have a clue who Saber can be, because she doesn't strike me as like Joan, which is like where my mind initially goes to, because it's like the hair and like that's where my mind goes to, but that's not, I don't think that's correct. But she's definitely like European if we're to base on the hair. I really don't have a fucking clue who Saber is. It's gonna be someone super famous that's just totally escaped my mind. But Heracles is obviously like one of the most famous. The Irish boy I've never heard in my life, and I'm pretty good with lore, but I'm better at like Greek and Egyptian. Those are kind of like my strong points. Egyptian's a strong point for me. Like Greek, Roman, that stuff. I mean, everyone knows that stuff. Egyptian's a bit of a strong point, but yeah, Irish is certainly not my strength. So I'm curious to see how many of these I know. I get the feeling I'll know at least one more, but I am curious. My body feels dull, so I lay down in the living room. I stave off the returning nausea by lying on my side. Yeah, you had quite the experience with Ilya, to say the least. The clock ticks in the silent living room. Yes, it does. Whether you like it or not, and whether you feel you're adequate enough or not, you've made your decision. You are a master, and you have, I mean, arguably the best card. I mean, it's arguable, right? So if you look at, like, these stats, like, when you see them, you think B's and C's. That doesn't sound very good, but then you look at this, and it's like, you can see, like, Lancer and Saber are quite comparable, but that luck is, like, rough for Lancer. And, yeah, Saber's luck is kind of somewhat can counter his Noble Phantasm, which is just broken, by the way. But, I mean, you look at these, and, like, Lancer kind of sucks in comparison. Like, he's not bad, but he's not good. Like, luck seems like a very tough stat, too, because, like, we've seen, these guys both have E luck, so luck must be a tough stat. And then, yeah, Berserker is broken. But even Berserker, who's, like, essentially a god, bro has the same luck as Saber. So, like, the luck stat, I think, is very notable in Saber. Other than Saber just being super balanced, nothing below a C, nothing above a B. But luck being B, I think, is very important, not just because of the Lancer matchup and Lancer's Noble Phantasm, but also just because, like, even taking this comp, like, luck is the only B on here. So the fact that, and we'll have to see if any of these potatoes have, like, crazy luck, but, like, luck seems like a super valuable and hard to come by stat, because Lancer and Archer have E luck, and Berserker only has B luck. Obviously, Berserker's weakness is madness. But regardless, anyways, I feel like I'm talking a lot in this one. I still don't understand what it is. The only thing I'm sure of is that it's beyond me. It would feel more real if I had more interest in the Holy Grail. Yeah, you feel disgust because this spirit decides to make a bunch of people kill each other for it, just to show it's worthy. Yeah. A grail said to make wishes come true. And it's also almost kind of, in a lot of ways, it's almost anti-humanity, because it's, You know, that's like the human spirit is like, we'll make our own wishes come true, right? But this is like relying in a greater power to give you something that, I mean, in their mind, in its mind, you've earned, but like, especially through such a, I mean, interesting ritual. It's very, it almost feels more demonic than holy. Because it certainly, it feels like it certainly goes up against, like, that the kind of irony of it being the quote-unquote Holy Grail, having that name, because it feels more like something demonic or devilish than something holy and divine. I don't know what kind of a thing it is, but it's an artifact that can even summon these things called servants. It might not go as far as granting any wish, but it should have more than enough value for any magus to want it. But still, I'm not interested in it. Well, that's the thing, right? Like, you're not a magus, really. It's true that I'm dubious about its reality, but accepting that easy way to reach a goal feels like cheating myself exactly. That's what I was saying.
それに選定方法が戦いだっていうのもタチが悪い。
Although you could make the argument that it's not really cheating. Like, that's the thing, right? Like, the Holy Grail War is how you earn it, right? But I think it's more that, like, the way you earn it is so fucked up. That's kind of where it's like, it's not necessarily that you don't earn it, it's that it's a very, it feels like a very devilish, very demonic means of earning it, quote unquote. But this is a fight for a single chair. No matter what your expectations are, as long as you enter it, you cannot survive unless you defeat your enemies. And depending on your methods, defeating other masters might result in harm to innocent people. That's why... God, that was so savage. Kirei's just like, you got your villain. Your wish has already been granted, bro. That's... My reason for fighting is not to win the Holy Grail War. Yeah, I love how deeply Shirou is being affected by this. It really shows kind of like his strength of character, but also like we're acknowledging the fact that he's not like perfect either. It is to stop those that would try to win it by any means possible. Yeah. And he feels bad about that because his wish is for these people to exist so he could stop them, so he can be the hero. I feel dizzy again. It's only natural. Even if it appears to be back to normal, my body was almost split in half a few hours ago. There's no way this sickness will go away quickly. It seems more likely that it'll continue for the rest of my life. Because I was almost killed 3 times in a day. Yeah, that was quite the day. If someone weak joins a battle, it's natural for him to get hurt. As compensation for my lack of strength, I almost lost my body. Oh, that was such a cool shot. And she was wounded protecting me. I get up. I love how he totally forgot about Saber until now. What am I doing? I totally forgot about her because Tosaka was here. No, I unconsciously avoided thinking about her. God. I need this song. Like, oh man, I love this theme so much. Coward. I've been avoiding recalling the girl who was wounded because of me. The one that was bleeding miserably because of me. I pull my resting body together and stand up. Tosaka didn't say anything about Saber. She said she and Saber brought me here, but she said nothing more. I mean, it's really not her place, to be honest. The fact I need to know most if she, the one wounded by Berserker, is alright or not. Damn, that was... Have we actually seen this shot of his place? I don't think we have. Or if we did, it was at night. I look through the house, bearing the dizziness. I look around where someone could be, all the guest rooms, but I cannot find Saber. God, I love this. This OST, I think, without a doubt, has been my favorite by far, honestly. Oh, it's so my vibe. There's no sign of the brave, armor-clad Saber anywhere around the house. Tosaka said servants can become spirits, but I can't do that. No, first of all,
マスターだなんて言うけど、俺のどこがあいつのマスターだって言うんだ。
you have a servant, which means you're a master. It's that simple. I don't understand who she is nor how she exists. This is like a new soldier being given a tank.
その通りだ。旧式の鉄砲しか扱えないやつに最新鋭の兵器を渡しても扱えるわけないだろうに。
That's actually a really good comparison. I like that. Giving a new soldier a tank. That's very, very apropos. I'd almost argue, though, that a tank's underselling it. Maybe more like a crazy fucking super plane. Fucking bomber plane. I complain. Well, the lucky thing is this tank has an autopilot function. Even if the driver is terrible, the tank will fight on its own. Yeah, Saber seems very, I mean, probably all 7 of them are very apropos, why did I say that? Very, there's an A word I'm thinking of. It's most certainly not apropos. Very adept. Oh my god, I don't know why apropos came out. Very adept at fighting on their own and fighting in their own ways, because obviously. I'm really excited for, I think, Caster. I'm really excited for, because it's going to be a Magus, which is really cool, because it's Magus fighting, so it's like, it'll be really cool to see a Caster. Assassin, I think I'm very excited for. I don't even know what to expect from Rider. It's obviously someone who's like a famous like horse rider or something. I don't know. We'll see. Angry at my thoughts, I hit my head against the wall.
何腐ってるんだ、バカ。今のはとんでもなく失礼な弱音だった。
I apologize to the blonde-haired girl in my head. Now I feel like I have to find her and confirm her safety.
ここにもいない。
I searched throughout the house. It's a big house, but I didn't play hide and seek here with Fujine as a kid for nothing. I know the efficient way to search this place. If I haven't found her after searching this much, then...
庭か蔵か、それとも。
There are several possibilities, but I don't even consider the possibility that she's not here anymore. She said she would protect me, so I don't think she would leave this place.
もしかして。
It suddenly hits me. Not the house, the yard, nor the shed where we first met. Come to think of it, there is another large building in this place.
間違いない。きっとあそこだ。
I'm actually not sure what he's referring to. I hurry. I head to the dojo. Ah, that makes sense. Separated from the main building. I'm a bit tense. If she's not here, I will have to admit that she is gone. That makes me realize the inconsistency. Even though I know nothing about her, I want her to stay. I mean, she's risked her life for you. It's hard not to... It's almost like a Stockholm Syndrome here. Oh, we're about to see her. A wooden-floored room with nothing unnecessary. A dojo built only to train oneself in. In this silent place, in the faint sunlight, we're about to get a really cool shot of Saber. Let's get it. Yo, she's meditating. She looks really nice, too. I like that outfit a lot. It fits her. It just looks good on her. I'm just like, blue is such a natural... I mean, it's her color, but it's like such a natural color for her. And like, that's like a nice blue, because it's not that... It's kind of dark. It's not that... It doesn't pop that much. And like, she doesn't need pop. Like, she's so... She's very yummy. That's not what I was going for, but like, let's be honest too. She is sitting there naturally. A space filled with tranquility. The sunlight shining in is white, and it makes her and the dojo into one. I can see nothing amiss in her dignified posture. She's literally, I've also thought about this, like, she's gonna totally fucking go to school with them, isn't she? Because he's not able to make her disappear, so he's gotta have his servant with him at all times. Because, I mean, what the fuck if something happens? Like, I mean, I know Rin will be around, but you can't just rely on Rin. Just by sitting there, she stiffens the air in the dojo. But there's nothing cold about it. It's because her figure is so pure. It makes me forget even about the cold winter air. Okay, that's a really weird... a paw. Nothing. Comma. Nothing. What the fuck? Even the sound of my breath is a nuisance. Ah, it's supposed to be like 2 separate breaths. The girl, sitting Japanese style in the corner of the dojo, is definitely the girl from last night. The girl who appeared just before I was killed by Lancer, and the girl that mercilessly slashed him with her sword. Her golden hair that was reflecting the blue moonlight is now one with the warm sunlight. That really makes me remember. This is exactly what I felt when I first saw her. The girl, clad in armor, slashing her sword to silently overwhelm her opponent. I wasn't surprised by how out of world that scene was. You were mesmerized by her. Which is probably the appropriate reaction to the first meeting Saber, I'm sure. It doesn't matter what she's wearing. It probably wouldn't change even if she was covered in mud. The girl that moved me deeply is still in front of me. Wow, what a incredibly descriptive just thought. That is why I forget even to breathe and continue to stare at her. Forgetting about Masters, the Holy Grail War, and everything. In this instant, I have completely accepted Saber. I do not know how long it was. Saber opens her eyes as if Saber opens her eyes as if awakening from sleep. My disappointed voice echoes loudly through the dojo. Bro, I mean, like, I get wanting to, like, just enjoy, like, someone, like, tranquilly, like, just chilling and, like, watching them, especially if you love them, which probably going there, to be completely honest, especially since, let us not forget, these exist. Saber stands up, perhaps noticing the sound. I walk towards her, still not knowing what to say.
目が覚めたのですね、シロ。
Yes, I am. A calm voice, her voice echoing through the dojo as if permeating it, is surprisingly suited to this place.
ああ、ついさっき目が覚めた。
I answer with a dull head. Whoa.
シロ、顔色が優れないようですが、やはり体調は悪いのですか？
Yes, actually. Bro out here like... Yeah, I got nothing. I got no jokes in me today, man. I'm trying to come up with the jokes. They're just not there. Usually they fly out. Maybe it's because it's like 5 in the morning. Golden-haired girl approaches.
違う、体調はいい。すごくいい。
I quickly step back to get away from Saber. I don't want my Saber poking her. Even though we both know that she's gonna dick him down, not the other way around. Looking away from Saber, who is tilting her head questioningly, I calm down my pounding heart.
落ち着け。何緊張してんだ、俺は。
I hate how dense you are, bro. Like, come on. Like, I get you're a visual novel protagonist, but come on, you can figure it out, bro. I take a deep breath, but it doesn't seem to die down quickly. In fact, I don't think it ever will.
なんだって着替えてるんだよ、あいつ。
I mean, it's kind of natural. I complain without meaning to. Saber's clothes have changed dramatically since yesterday. She's wearing normal clothes, completely unlike her armor. It's rather unexpected, and I'm troubled by it. She is terribly beautiful. I thought I figured that out yesterday, but it really hits me now. Perhaps her armor looks so surreal that I didn't notice yesterday. If she dresses like a girl, as a healthy guy, I'm troubled. I love how I'm troubled is his way of saying I'm wrecked. I'm aroused. I'm turned on. Like, there's so many ways you could put that are more honest than I'm troubled. Especially when you add the as a healthy guy. Like, that really emphasizes it.
シロ。
I tense up the moment our eyes meet. But I didn't look for her so as to not talk to her. I'm troubled, but I can't stay quiet forever.
セイバーだったよな。こうやって落ち着いて話すのは初めてだけど。
I make up my mind and talk to her. And then...
シロ、話の前に昨夜の件について言っておきたいことがあります。
Alright, what's up, Saber? She interrupts my words with a sullenness that makes her earlier calmness seem like an illusion.
いいけど、なんだよ、話って。
ですから昨夜の件です。
Yeah, she's gonna scold you for nearly killing yourself because, like, if you die, that defeats the whole point, right? Like, you have to, like, as hard as it is for you to accept, Saber has to be the lead. You can potentially support her in combat, maybe, probably fucking not because you're useless. But maybe if you find a way to get a lot better at magic, maybe you could do a little support in some of the battles. You're not gonna do shit against Berserker, but maybe you could help a little bit. But like, yeah, you just get in the way in battles like a Saber versus Berserker fight.
シロは私のマスターでしょう。そのあなたがあのような行動をしては困る。戦闘は私の領分なのですから。シロは自分の役割に徹してください。自分から無駄死にをされては私でも守りようがない。
And no surprise, Saber much more eloquently says what I just said. Saber says so clearly. That makes the tension I was feeling vanish.
なんだよそれ。あの時はああでもしなけりゃお前が切られてたじゃないか。
その時は私が死ぬだけでしょう。シロが傷つくことではなかった。繰り返しますが、今後あのような行動はしないように。マスターであるあなたが私をかばう必要はありませんし、そんな理由もないでしょう。
My gut feeling is that this won't be the last time Shirou pulls something like this. I get the feeling this guy is going to almost die like 20 times in this game. But I guess he's already almost died twice and actually died once. I'm not even counting the bad ends. I mean in like the quote-unquote canon route. But yeah, I get the feeling there's gonna be a lot more of that. I actually really hope though that he takes this to heart, because I understand his reservations and why he's so vehemently against this, because like the partners should fight together and stuff, but like she is right. There is no need to protect Saber, and they're really, I mean, outside of principle, which at some point, like it's a fine line between his principles and where he needs to kind of chill, and get off his high horse a little bit. I am in Saber's camp on this one, but I'm curious if he's really gonna be able to do that. He probably isn't, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't want to judge Shirou that quick. And hey, I mean, hopefully he gets stronger and actually can support to some extent. She speaks plainly. She is speaking so practically that you can't really argue.
バカ言ってんな。女の子を助けるのに理由なんているもんか。
Honestly, it's patronizing to call her a girl. She is, in fact, a female. She's also fucking Saber. And even in the short time that you've known her, I think you realize that calling her a girl is really understating who she is. I reply unconsciously. Maybe she was surprised at being yelled at, but she pauses for a moment as if I've done something unexpected. And then she stares at me with indescribable dignity. I back up a bit, being stared at. Her look makes me realize that I've said something really out of place and it embarrasses me. Yeah, because she's a warrior. You know, you can't treat her like she's just a girl. I mean, that's very obvious, but Shirou is gonna have to get that out of his mindset.
ともかく、うちまで運んでくれたのは助かった。それに関しては礼を言う。
それはどうも。 サーバントがマスターを守護するのは当たり前ですが、感謝はされるのは嬉しい。シロウは礼儀正しいのですね。
Yeah, I can imagine some of them being assholes for sure. Ilya seems to be friendly with Berserker, but like that's just a match made in heaven. Fucking psychopath and fucking boy without any sanity.
いや、別に礼儀正しくなんかないぞ、俺。
More importantly, there's something I need to clarify right now. It's something I should have asked right after I got home yesterday. If she is really my servant, and if she's really taking part in this war...
話を戻すぞ、セイバー。いや、改めて聞くけど、お前のことはセイバーって呼んでいいのか？
はい。サーバントとして契約を交わした以上、私はシロウの剣です。その命に従い、敵を撃ち、あなたを守る。
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of fitting. I am your sword, so it's very fitting, Saber, beyond just being her class type. Saber says so without the slightest hesitation. She's incredibly honorable, which actually doesn't help at all in trying to figure out who the fuck she is. She has a sword, which really doesn't help at all to figure out who the fuck she is. Like, that's the thing. Obviously, if we knew the name of her sword, we would know who she is. Whether either because I'm an idiot, I actually wouldn't, or it's, like, a famous sword and I would. But, like, I don't fucking know. There's no room for me to question her about it.
俺の剣になるか。それは聖杯戦争とやらに勝つためにか。
シロウはそのために私を呼び出したのではないのですか？
I think that's the first time we've seen any blush on Saber. That was it. It doesn't necessarily look super cute here, but like the initial transition was really cute.
違う。俺がお前を呼び出したのは。
But you were about to die and you didn't even summon her on purpose. I can't say it was by pure accident. No, first of all, I didn't even summon her. She just appeared when I was in danger and saved me with her own decision. Yeah, the summoning circle was down there on the shed though. So it was like, it's like Daddy knew this was gonna happen or something. Some Fate bullshit, because this series is literally called Fate, and there's been a lot of talk about Fate. The result is the situation we are in. I became Saber's master and I was dragged into this thing called the Holy Grail War. Not one bit of it was my intention. I'm just an amateur magist that was dragged into this battle beyond my abilities.
それがどうした？どの道戦うしかないって覚悟はしたんだ。今さら泣き言なんて言ってられるか？
Sounds like you're talking to yourself, not to Saber. I shake my head lightly and stop whining. Yeah. That's it. I said I will fight. So I cannot even talk about running away. This will be the last time I will talk or think about whining. I'll hold you up to that, Shirou. Let's see if that's actually true. No matter how the decision came, I have decided to fight.
シロウ。
That is a very manly, like, you know, regardless of the circumstances, I've made my decision and I'm gonna roll with it. That's very... I respect that.
いや、なんでもない。けどセイバー、俺についても勝ち目は薄いぞ。俺は遠坂みたいに知識も力もないから、明日にでも昨日みたいなことになりかねない。それでもいいのか？
I don't know, I think you're a little clever, more clever than you think. I'm not saying you're as smart as Tosaka. She's a fucking genius. But I think you're a lot smarter than you give yourself credit for. But yeah, you obviously don't have shit when it comes to powers. You fucking suck.
それは戦う意志がないということですか？
That's all she cares about.
戦う意志はある。ただ賞賛がないから、そんな俺についていいのかって言いたいんだ。
You're in the fight, man. And, you know, if you're in the fight, you have a chance. And certainly if you have Saber, you have a fucking chance.
経過はどうあれ、これは俺が始めると決めた戦いだ。だから、
I think it's wrong for someone to get hurt in my place. Even though I'm weak, making Saber fight, and well, it's her choice in the end. I mean, Kind of. It's not like you're using your command spell on her or anything. And even then, that wouldn't really work. I can't stand letting a scene like that happen again. Not generically, at least.
私のマスターはあなたです、シロ。これはどうあっても変わらない。サーバントにマスターを選ぶ自由はないのですから。
That is true. I mean, I guess in very unique situations, sort of, but even then, not really. That's true. That's why Saber is my servant right now. And I should try my best not to burden her too much. That's a good way. That's a good way to, yeah, that's a good way to approach it. Just don't go getting yourself killed. Because if you go get yourself killed, you're just wasting Saber. And like that's like a disservice to Saber. You should be thankful that you have her as your servant, but don't necessarily take that for granted. And I feel like getting yourself killed in a weird way is a weird form of taking that for granted, because she can fucking protect herself. Yeah, I mean, she was getting fucked up for sure, and she was in fucking trouble because it was fucking Berserker, but I don't know. I mean, I get why he did what he did, though, so I don't know. I'm kind of torn on it a little bit, because like I respect it, and self-sacrifice is something that I do respect, but it also very quickly can get very stupid. Generally, I do respect that quite a bit, though. And, like, I respect Shiro's desire to protect people.
わかった。それじゃあ、俺はお前のマスターでいいんだな、セイバー。
I don't think that's the right term, but she's accepted it, and she's willing to fight for you till the end.
ええ。ですがシロ、私のマスターに敗北は許さない。
Nice.
あなたに賞賛がなければ私が作る。
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
可能であるすべての手段を用いて、あなたには聖杯を手に入れてもらいます。
To obtain the Holy Grail, huh? Sasaka said servants also have a wish they want granted. So Saber must be no exception. That is why she has no doubts. That means...
また、セイバー。可能であるすべての手段と言ったな。それは勝つためには手段を選ばないってことか。例えば力を得るために人を襲うとか。
I cannot finish. Saber is looking at me like I'm an enemy.
シロ、それは可能である手段ではありません。私が許す行為しかできない。自分を裏切ることは私には不可能です。剣を持たぬ人間に傷を負わせることなど、騎士の視界に反します。
Confirming she's a knight, which was fucking obvious.
ですが、マスターが命じるのであれば従うしかありません。その場合、私に踏み入る代償として、その刻印を一ついただくことになりますが。
I love how straightforward she is. If you want me to do something against my morals, against my convictions, order me to do so with your command spell. I'm overwhelmed by her angered voice. But still, I'm happy and relieved. Her lack of doubt gave her the image of a cold fighting machine, but I know now that she is not a cold-blooded killer.
ああ、そんなことは絶対にさせない。セイバーの言う通り、俺たちはできる範囲で何とかするしかないからな。本当にすまなかった。知らずにお前を侮辱しちまった。
いえ、私もマスターの意図がつかめずに早合点してしまいました。シロは悪くないのですから、頭を上げてくれませんか。
God, this is actually so funny because, right, like, low-key, I feel like, because, like, I'm just thinking about this, right, and, like, Shirou and Saber are actually kind of similar. Like, Shirou's shit and Saber's, like, incredible, but, like, personality-wise, they're really not all that different, and so it's a lot of, like, just the two of them are being really nice and everything. Rin and Saber, unironically, would be a perfect combination. Because Rin has more, like, sass to her. She's got more of that, like, actual mistress kind of vibe to her. She's, like... And, like, Saber would be, like, super respectful. Like, they actually would be the fucking, like, a dream team. Holy shit. They would be, I mean, besides the fact, like, just from a pure, like, power and strategy perspective, even personality-wise, they would match. Because, like, Rin and Archer are, like, just big personalities, and they're booming personalities. And Shirou and Saber both are more kind of passive personalities. I mean, obviously, like, Saber and Shirou are both strong, have hugely strong convictions, which is where they're, like, kind of, where their similarities lie. But their personalities aren't overwhelming like Rin and Archer, who both have booming personalities. I'm enjoying this, though, because I'm getting a chance to get to know Saber, finally. I raise my head. I don't know what's funny, but Saber has a small smile on her face. Well, I'm glad she's smiling, so I won't ask her about it.
言い忘れていた。できる範囲で何とかするって言っただろ。その一環としてしばらく遠坂と協力することになったんだ。ほら、昨日一緒にいたアーチャーのマスター。
リンですか？そうですね。確かにそれは賢明な判断です。シローがマスターとして成熟するまで、彼女には教わるものがあるでしょう。
Yeah, yeah, just suck up all the knowledge and anything else Rin wants to put in your mouth or brain or whatever other place. Thank God! If Saber agrees, I could proudly cooperate with Tosaka. The only other thing I need to ask her right now is... Ugh. I mean, I really want to know which heroine is Saber. And, like, I'm worried that I'm not... Oh, I really want to ask her. Oh, I really want to ask her. Oh. But, like, dude, Tosaka even said I shouldn't. Because I'm an idiot, which might be fair. So, this is the end. Like, I hate this because I want to ask, are you alright? I am slightly curious about the where did you get those clothes. I actually want to ask all three of these. And we might get to all three. Is she alright? Is what I feel like I should say. But I am curious about this, and I'm definitely curious about this. I have to ask. It would be about Saber's real name.
Saber, 遠坂に教えてもらったんだが、サーバントは英霊を召喚して刺激する魔術なんだろう。
I guess that's one way to put it.
なら、セイバーはセイバーっていうクラス名じゃない本当の名前があるんだよな。
はい。セイバーというのはこの時代における私の存在意義を表すものです。シローのような個人を示す名称ではありません。
I don't even have a guess.
そっか。なら、セイバーは本当は何て言うんだ。遠坂は自分のサーバントがどこの英雄なのか知っておかないと戦いにならないって言ってたんだが。
Servants are heroic spirits. Their identities are heroes, famous in every age. They hide their identities and the scope of their power with their class names. A servant's real name is something that should be kept hidden, but it is also something the master must know. Because if one does not know which hero the servant is, he does not know the servant's potential. Master and servant are one. They won't be able to fight fully if one keeps a secret from the other. Yeah, like you should tell your servant that she's really pretty. They shouldn't be able to fight fully, but...
シロ、その件なのですが、どうか無礼を許してほしい。召喚されたサーバントは、まずマスターに神命を告げなくてはならない。その制約を私は果たすことができません。
Interesting. I don't... There's no way she forgot. It's something else. Because she's using her noble phantasm. So...
セイバ 制約を果たせないってどうして？
私なりに考えた結果です。いかにシロウが私の神明を隠そうとしても、シロウから知識を奪う術は多くあるでしょう。シロウの魔術抵抗はそう高くありませんから、敵が優れた術者ならば精神介入もたやすい。敵の魔術にかかれば、あなたの意志に反して私の神明が明かされてしまう。
She had the same idea. Yeah, basically, that's kind of like the more serious version of what Rin said. And it's funny. I'm gonna have to go this whole game, or probably more likely this whole route, before I fucking get to know who she is. This better be worth it. She better be someone lit as fuck, because, like, I am at a total loss as to who she could even possibly be. I don't have the slightest clue.
それを警戒して、シロウの知識に私の名を入れておきたくないのです。
ああ、そういうことか。そうだよな。暗示をかけられたら俺なんて一発だもんな。
And informing the master of your real name is for a normal master and servant. Even if I knew Saber's real name, I wouldn't be able to come up with an effective plan. Most of all, I don't care about it.
ああ、そういうことなら秘密にしておこう。俺が未熟な分、注意深くやっていかないとな。
Yep.
そう言ってもらえると助かります。もっとも、私自身はそう高名なものではありません。バーサーカーに比べれば、数段ランクは落ちるでしょうし、知られたところでどうということはないでしょうが。
Okay. I mean, that seems fair. Saber murmurs in regret. That's a bit unexpected. Saber has some human characteristics, and she regrets being inferior to Berserker.
いいんじゃないか。切り札は隠しておいてこそ切り札だろ。マスターがこんなだからさ、セイバーが工夫しようとしているのはわかるよ。それとバーサーカーだけど、あれは反則だろう。
I mean, unironically, yeah, he's broken. He's literally like a god, and he's like, well, he's a half god, but he's also kind of a god, just a god, actually. And he's like ripped out of his mind, and he's fucking huge, and he's, I mean, I guess the insanity is actually a minus, but it's almost a plus in some ways.
セイバーが落ち込むことはないし、それに俺から見たらセイバーは全然負けてない。あんな傷を負ってたのに真正面から打ち合ってたじゃないか。
Yeah, no, she's beast.
そうですね。昨夜は不覚を取りましたが、傷が癒えれば違った結果になるでしょう。
ああ、だといいんだけど。
Yeah. I give an empty response and look away. That was a surprise attack. When she smiles, Saber is... And then, I hear a sound of something heavy falling at the door.
どうすん？
Turn around, wondering what it was. There... Oh! Is Tosaka with a big bag at her feet.
はい？
Is she gonna give her a bunch of clothes? My mind freezes. Tosaka, who supposedly went home, is at my dojo. She's wearing normal clothes for some reason, and why does she have that big bag?
何しに来たんだ、遠坂。
何って家に戻って荷物取ってきたんじゃない。
What?
今日からこの家に住むんだから当然でしょ。
What? Excuse me? What? What? Nani?
住むって遠坂が俺の家に？
協力するってそういうことじゃない。あなたね、さっきの話って一体何だったと思ったわけ？
What the fuck? Oh my god. So we're talking Rin, Archer, Saber, Shirou, and basically Fujimura Sensei and fucking Sakura, pretty much. Essentially. All living in the same house. Jesus fuck. I mean, it's a huge fucking house, but what the fuck? What the... Actually, what the fuck? Yeah, that's the correct response, Shiro. I'm so surprised I can't speak. something. I have to say something back or something terrible is going to happen, but my head will not function. Bro, Tosaka about to be Miss Steal Your Girl over here. She about to fuck... You're about to... Dude, this is gonna be some cuck shit. Some fucking NTR shit. Bro is about to walk in on, like, Rin fucking... just fingering the shit out of Saber or some shit. It's gonna be wild. And it's gonna be wild. Because, you know, never forget. Like, what the fuck?
私の部屋どこ？用意してないなら自分で選ぶけど。
Based? Dude, imagine she chooses his room. I mean, as if it could get more based. Still, the unexpected invader mercilessly continues the discussion. Isn't this bad morally? Look, Tosaka is the idol at my school. Just having her in my house will cause a panic. So having her live here would be crazy. And Fujine would kill me. Or maybe she's planning to drive me insane to reduce the number of masters. Let's go. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
ああ、ついでに彼女の部屋も用意したら。私のアーチャーと違って白のサーバントはかさばるんだから。ちゃんと寝る場所を与えておかないと。まあ、布団一組あればノープロブレムって言うんなら別にいいけど。
Bro, did Rin just actually say I'll sleep with Saber? I was half kidding. Dude, bro, is Rin about to actually, like, get it on with what the fuck is going on? Or... Wait, that... Or is she talking about the same bed as Shirou? What the fuck is going on? Wait, that means sleeping in the same bed, right?
するかバカ。人が黙ってると思って何言い出すんだよお前。そんなことするわけないだろ。セイバーは女の子じゃないか。
論点が違うけど、まあいっか。ですってセイバー。
Bro, is Rin trying to get us laid? What the fuck? Actually, though? Rin's like, you know, it's not a coincidence that... Bro, I just realized something. We've met 3 master-servant pairs so far. 4 servants, but 3 master-servant pairs. I've just realized... We have 2 female masters with male servants and 1 male master with a female servant. Is that a thing? That, like, if you're a male magus, you get a female servant, and if you're a female magus, you get a male servant, because you're supposed to, like, fuck? I'm saying that as, like, a meme, but, like, actually, is it not a meme? Like, it's 3 so far. You know, 2's a coincidence, 3's a pattern. I would really like to verify. I'd like to meet Lancer's master now. Is Lancer's master... I'm trying to remember if Lancer said anything gender-wise. I feel like Lancer might have implied that his master was a guy. But, I mean, we don't know until we know. He implied that his master was a coward. I'm trying to remember if there was anything gendered. I don't remember. I don't think there was, but there might have been. If there was, it was a guy. It would have been like, oh, like I would have had a reaction, I think, if it was a woman. I don't think we know the gender of Lancer's master.
シローは女の子と同じ部屋は嫌だってさ。
Damn, savage. That face! Not moving. Saber makes a difficult face.
困りますシロ。サーバントはマスターを守護する睡眠時は最も警護すべき対象なのですから同じ部屋でなければ守れない
Bro! I love how serious Saber is about this. Bro, fucking Rin's face. Rin is unironically trying to get Shirou to dick down Saber. Or potentially Saber to dick down Shirou. Bro, Rin is the GOAT. I am sorry. This girl is the greatest thing in the history of the universe. I do enjoy Saber quite a bit. She has the most uphill battle of all uphill battles. Not just to win the whole, forget the Holy Grail War, to win over my heart. Because Rin is a goddess and Saber is whoever the fuck she is. Saber's pretty cool. I do enjoy her, but I just can't even picture her getting to Rin's level. And I know a lot of people worship Saber, so we'll see. But man, Rin is the GOAT.
そんなこと言われてもこっちはもっと困る。何考えてんだお前ら。それでも女か。
Debatable. I love how from that, like, now Rin's just like not blushing and Saber's blushing. I love how through simple like facial reactions, you're able to get a good grasp of like Rin and Saber as characters and how they differ. Oh, that's actually really cool. Seeing them in the same shot like this and like their reactions to things that like Shirou says or each other say. Why? Why are you two looking silently at me like that?
サーバントはサーバント。人間扱いする必要はないけどね。シローにそんなこと言っても無駄か。
Yeah, that's not how he thinks. My mouth, about to protest, stops. The weird feeling I had when talking to Tosaka in the living room returns. Actually, I figured out the cause of this feeling.
ちょっと待て、遠坂。お前、いつの間に俺を名前で呼び捨てるようになってんだよ。
あれ？そうだった？意識してなかったから割と前からそうなってたんじゃない？
Wow.
なってた。結構前からそんな気がする。
Just accept it. Rin's clearly gonna do whatever the fuck she wants. She did just move into your fucking house without permission, without asking. She was just like, oh yeah, we're partners now. Yeah, that means we're living together, bitch.
そう。嫌なら気をつけるけど、シローは嫌なの？
Oh, she's so good! Osaka says so plainly without realizing how I'm feeling. Jeez, it's just like you said, Issei. I think Tosaka Rin is a real devil. She is! She's even wearing red. Holy shit, This girl. This fucking girl, man.
ねえ、好きにしろ。遠坂の呼びやすい方で構わない。
ならそういうことで。
リン、話を切らないでほしい。私とシローの部屋についてまだ結論が出ていない。
ああ、そうだったそうだった。けどシローがこの様子だと相部屋は難しいわね。サーバントを人間扱いしてもいいことなんてないけど、シローが嫌だって言うんだから諦めたら？
Damn.
それは違う。シローは困ると言っただけで嫌だとは言っていない。
Damn! I love how literal Saber is. It's fucking great.
だってさ、そのあたりどうなの？シロー？
God, that face. She is just loving this. Hold on. Why, after only a day, does she keep on calling me Shirou like I'm a cat she found? I mean, you kind of are a pussy. I mean, you have a... with balls, so... a little contradictory, but... don't worry about the specific, Shirou. You have, like, multiple hot girls living with you for no fucking reason, so just accept it. Just accept what's coming to you, literally and figuratively. Just come. Just come, bro. Like, just let Saber sleep with you. It'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen? Now, if it was Rin, I would be like, I would consider with a little more thought. But, like, Saber's gonna be respectful. Rin is the one that's gonna, like, rape you in your sleep. So, like, don't worry. You don't need to worry about Saber. If anything, it's better that than Saber sleeping anywhere near Rin, because that's certainly not going to end well. No, that's not the problem, but Saber's room is.
シロ、もう一度聞きます。睡眠中の警護はサーバントの役割です。マスターとして自分の立場は分かっていると思いますが。
That's fair. Even if you glare at me like that, I can't do it. Nah, we should get a choice, bro. What the fuck?
ダメだ。セイバーには別の部屋を用意する。できるだけ近い部屋を用意するから、それで勘弁してくれ。ダメだぞ、凄んでも。とにかく男としてこればかりは譲らないからな。セイバーも少しは自分の立場ってものを考えろってんだ。
Bro, Saber doesn't give a fuck.
ですから私はサーバントとしてマスターを守護しようと。
そうじゃなくて自分のことだっての。もうわからないんだい。レイジを使ってでも言うことを聞かせるからな。
Wow. I breathe out hard and intimidate Saber.
そのようなことでレイジを使われては困る。3つしかない命令権を自分を守るななどということに使われては先が見えない。
Yeah, that is pretty troubling.
そうね。間違いなくそんなマスターはシローが最初で最後でしょ。
Facts. Don't be stupid. I don't want to use it for this either. I mean, it's an empty threat. I don't think you actually
マスターの方針に従います。ですが、敵に襲われた時はどうするのです。アサシンなどは気配なく標的に忍び寄ってくる。
Yes.
そういった時、私が駆けつけるまでにシローは自分を守れるのですか？
She beat me to it, but I was gonna mention, like, there is a servant literally called Assassin, so...
それは...
I can't claim I'll manage. I was able to against Lancer, but that luck won't repeat itself.
それはありえないわね。この屋敷には外敵が侵入すると警報が鳴る結界が張ってある。襲撃は避けられないけど、奇襲ならすぐに察知できるわ。それならシローが襲われる前に駆けつけられるだろうし、セイバーは好きな部屋に陣取ればいいんじゃない？
So I guess Ren's already prepped us up with the boundary field now?
それは確かにそうですが。
Damn. Now Saber's out here like, but I want to sleep with my master.
なんならシローの部屋の隣でいいじゃない。一緒の部屋でなければいいんでしょ、エミヤくんは。
Emiya-kun, what? She pronounces the Emiya-kun ostentatiously. Jesus Christ, that's such a good word. Ostentatiously, holy shit. That's not one you see very often.
遠さか。そういうの詭弁って言うんだぞ。
あなたのために言ってるんだから正論よ。さーて、それじゃあ私の部屋はどこにしよっかな。
You should sleep in the same room as Saber. Tosaka walks to the house with her bag as if telling us the conversation is over. She looks cheerful, like a student picking a room on a field trip. I mean, it's kind of a field trip for her. I mean, it's just a field trip with a decently large chance of death. So, if anything, it's like a more exciting field trip. Astounding. Her actions are so selfish, we just see her off with blank amazement. Yeah, like, that's the thing. Rin is so different from Saber and Shirou. Like, Rin and Archer... Like, that's the thing. Like, Rin and Archer are similar, and Saber and Shirou is similar. So, there certainly is a personality kind of similarity. And, like, I guess Ilya and Berserker are both insane. So, makes sense. We return to the main building. First of all, I should show her around the house so she can choose her own room.
こっちが和室。裏側に回ると居間とか風呂とかそういった共通施設に出る。で、縁側をずっと歩いてあっちの別棟に行くと客間がある。
I explain as I walk. Saber follows me silently without nodding. I'm not sure if she's listening or not.
屋敷の見取りはいいです。それよりシローの部屋はどこなのですか？
What the fuck?
俺の部屋はこっち。割と奥まったところにある。
では、そちらに案内してください。内密に話があります。
Alright.
内密に話
So she doesn't want Tosaka to hear it. Tosaka's in the outbuilding, so I think this place is okay, but she is a master after all. Someone could overhear us, so the open corridor is no place to talk secretly.
ほら、ここが俺の部屋。
これがシロの部屋ですか？
What the fuck? Saber is surprised the moment she walks in.
どうした？セイバーをびっくりさせるようなものなんかないと思うけど。
いえ、びっくりさせるようなものがないというより、何もないではないですか。本当にここがあなたの部屋なのですか、シロ？
That's actually a good point.
セイバーを騙して俺に得なんかないだろう。ここには寝に帰ってくるだけだし、物がないのは当たり前だ。
And that's a fair response.
そうですか。意外でした。シロはもっと雑多な人となりだと思っていましたから。
Interesting. Saber enters the Japanese-style room and touches the wall to check the feel of it. It's a soft gesture, as if she understands the object's memory just by touching it.
よかった。寂しい部屋ですが、無下に扱われているわけではない。殺風景ですが、ここはここで暖かい場所なのですね。
Sure.
暖かい？ああ、まあそうかな。屋敷の作りなのか、この部屋って夏は涼しく冬は暖かなんだ。親父もいい部屋を取ったななんて感心してたし。
ええ、部屋は持ち主の心象ですから。シロの心の在り方に不安を覚えましたが、これなら今までの印象とそう変わりはしないでしょう。
Fair enough. Saber says this with relief, but I don't understand what she wants to say.
それで内緒の話ってなんだよ、セイバー。
Yeah, that's what I'm interested in. What are we actually gonna talk about, girl?
悪い話です。少なくとも他のマスターには知られたくはない。
Okay. Judging by her expression, the bad thing must be our weakness.
そっか。話の趣旨は分かった。真剣に聞くから言ってくれ。
ええ、それなのですが、おそらくこれはもう私たちでは解決できないことです。私たちサーバントはマスターからの魔力提供によって体を維持する。だからこそサーバントはマスターを必要とするのですが。
If anything, it's almost the opposite, yeah.
俺が半端なマスターだから、セイバーが体を維持するのに必要なだけの魔力がないってことか。
Yep.
違います。
Oh.
たとえ少量でもマスターから魔力が流れてくるのなら問題はないのです。ですが、シローからは全く魔力の提供がありません。本来つながっているはずの霊脈が断線しているのです。
Interesting. That's even more. I mean, yeah, and for whatever reason, yeah, you're kind of siphoning off some of her like healing abilities too, apparently. So that means I, as the gasoline, and am not sending any fuel for Saber to work as an engine.
セイバー、それは
シロー自身の欠点ではありません。おそらく召喚時に問題が起きたのでしょう。何らかの不手際があって本来つながるはずのラインがつながらなかったようです。
Interesting.
召喚時の不手際って。
When Saber appeared, it wasn't anything like a summoning. It was just an accident. When she was summoned like that, it'd be strange if there weren't anything wrong with her.
待て、それじゃどうなるんだ。魔力を回復できないってことは、セイバーはすぐに消えてしまうのか。
ええ、私が持つ魔力を使い切ればこの世界にとどまることはできなくなるでしょう。
So they have to find an alternative means of her replenishing her magical energy then.
召喚されてからすでに3回の戦闘を行いました。私の治癒能力も蘇生魔術ですから、傷を負えば魔力の消費も早くなる。そうですね。
Damn.
昨夜までで成熟した魔術師10人分の魔力は消費したでしょう。
That's a lot. I'm astonished. Magical energy is reduced every time she fights, and there's no way to restore it. She already used up that much magical energy. How much longer can she stay in this world?
分かってもらえましたか、マスター。そのため、私は少しでも魔力の消費を抑えなければならない。供給がないのなら、あとは睡眠することで魔力の消費を抑えるしかありません。
Yeah, that's rough.
睡眠。眠れば魔力は回復するのか？
わかりません。ですが最低でも眠っている間は魔力を使わない。
That makes sense.
ですから、これからできる限りの睡眠を許してほしいのです。常にシロを守ることはできなくなりますが、それも勝利のためと受け入れてほしい。
Interesting. I sigh with relief. Thank God, if that's all it is, I'll accept all she wants.
そんなのいいに決まってるだろ。辛くなったらセイバーは休んでいいんだ。それで少しでも長くいられるんだったらその方がずっといい。
Yeah, I wonder if Rin and Shirou can come up with a method of giving her magical energy, though. Rin might be able to come up with something.
では、今後は頻繁に眠りに入りますが、その間は決して屋敷から離れないように。遠く離れた場所でシロが襲われた場合、私はすぐに駆けつけられない。
Sure.
空間を跳躍するなら話は別ですが、そんな能力を持つサーバントは稀です。
Well, that's probably gonna come up then with one of the servants.
もし離れた場所で私を呼ぶのなら、レイジのバックアップが必要になります。ですから、できるだけ私から離れないようにしてほしい。
That makes sense. As much as I'd like to do that, I can't nod. I can't imagine living with Saber, and most of all, I have my own life as well.
努力はする。けど本当にそれだけでいいんだな。眠っていれば
問題はないでしょう。このようなことはなかったので断言はできませんが、前回も総戦闘数は7回に満たなかった。
That's fair.
私が倒さずともサーバントはサーバントによって減っていくのですから。
そうか。別に全員が全員とやり合わなくちゃいけないってわけじゃないんだ。うまくすれば簡単にこの戦いを終わらせることができる。
Yeah, I mean, best case scenario just comes down to you, Rin, and someone else, and the two of you take care of them, and then figure it out from there. The only people I'm going to fight are those with inhuman attitudes. I'm sure that not all of the 7 masters are like that. Tosaka is ready to fight, but she would follow the rules of the Magi. So the 5 remaining masters, if they all have humane attitudes, I won't have to fight. Well, you already know that Ilya clearly doesn't. Oops. Saber said she didn't even fight 7 times last time, so this time... And it seems like Lancer's master isn't the greatest person either, from what we've seen. Even fight 7 times last time. Yeah, she's been called into a Holy Grail war before, yep.
待ってくれ、セイバー。以前もセイバーだったのか？いや、そうじゃなくて、前回も聖杯戦争に参加してたっていうのか？
私がこの聖杯の争いに参加するのは2度目です。その時も私はセーバーでした。中には複数のクラス属性を持つ英霊もいるようですが、私はセイバーにしか該当しません。
Yeah, like it sounds like potentially Heracles does, but he was Berserker, so interesting. Tosaka mentioned that out of the 7, Saber is the most powerful servant. And this girl is saying that she has become that twice in a row?
それじゃ以前は最後まで残ったのか？
無論です。前回は今のような制約はありませんでしたから、他のサーバントに遅れを取ることもなかった。
So what happened? Saber says this as if it's just something natural. That makes me realize even more that I have been given a sword I do not deserve.
入ったな。それじゃ不満だろう、セイバ 俺みたいなのがマスターだと。
It's more like an is what it is type deal.
私は与えられた役割をこなすだけです。聖杯さえ手に入るのであればマスターに不満はありません。
そっか。それは助かるけど、それでも。
She was flawless last time, but she's already suffered 2 wounds this time. In her condition, unable to replenish magical energy, she always has to think about her remaining magical energy. The results of a battle with such a burden was... Yep. That image of her covered in blood. Still such a cool image. And like the invisible sword with the blood dripping down it. Oh, it's so badass. That image is engraved in my mind. That image of a girl, the image of a girl smaller than me, covered miserably in blood.
シロ、その後悔は余分なことです。
Yeah, it's in the past now. Saber's voice brings me back. When I raise my head, Saber's expression is serious. This is a good
私も負
OST
け知
too.
らずだったわけではありません。
It is not as if I suffered no defeats.
私は勝ちきれなかったからこそ、こうしてあなたのサーバントになっている。傷を負うことには慣れていますから、あなたが悔やむことなどない。
Fair enough.
慣れてるって。あんな死ぬような怪我でもか。
ええ。剣を取るということは傷つくということです。それはあなたも同じでしょう。私だけが傷つかないという道理はないと思いますが。
それはそうだけど、それじゃあ怪我をしても構わないっていうのか、セイバーは。
それが死に至る傷でなければ、死んでしまってはマスターを守れなくなりますから。
Classic Saber right there.
なんだそれ。マスターを守るためなら傷を負っても構わないなんていうのか、お前は。
That is exactly what she is saying.
それがサーバントの役割ですから。確かにリンの言葉は正論ですね。サーバントを人間として扱う必要などない。私たちはマスターを守るための道具です。あなたもそれを正しく把握するべきだ。
It's ironic. This dialogue reminds me so much, and this kind of back and forth reminds me actually a lot of something that came up in my Danganronpa Let's Plays, actually, which is really interesting. Obviously, if you know, you know. Saying so, Saber walks to the sliding screen. Beyond it is the side room. This room was enough for me, so I never used it.
睡眠をとります。夕食時には起きますので、外出するのなら声をかけてください。
Yeah, we're kind of overdue for a fucking random Nazu description of fucking food. So I'm down. She quietly opens and closes the sliding door.
私たちはマスターを守るための道具です。
And that does not sit well with our boy Emiya Shiro.
あなたもそれを正しく把握するべきだ。
なんだそれ。
That pisses me off. But I can't call out to her, so I just consider her words in my mind. Dinner time? Nope, not yet. I sit on the porch and look up at the blue sky absent-mindedly. I'm not like Saber, who went to bed already during the day, but I need rest too. Even though my nausea has gone away, I still feel terrible. And on top of that, my shoulders are heavy from all the unexpected developments. I take a deep breath and look over the yard. I've heard what I needed to hear, but the fact that I still don't know anything doesn't change. My senpai is a magus and an official master. Tosaka is...
ねえ、余ってるクッションとかない？あとビーカーと分度器。
A beaker and a protractor? Excuse me? Is intently searching my house for things.
クッションなら隣の客間のを持ってけ。けどビーカーと分度器なんて普通の家には置いてない。
I have a protractor. I don't have a beaker.
は？信じられない。魔術師なら実験用具ぐらい置いておくものよ。
Yeah, that's what I was assuming. It was Magus related stuff. That makes sense. Leaving that complaint, she goes back to the outbuilding busily.
本当に本気みたいだな、遠坂のやつ。
Hey, it makes sense. If she's gonna live here, she's gotta do all her magic shit. Doubly so during the Holy Grail War. I guess it has already been decided that Tosaka is gonna stay at my place. When I went over there earlier, there was a sign that said, "Remodeling in progress. Do not enter on the door of the best room in there."
別棟なら遠いし、問題はないよな。
Fair enough, I guess. Just having Saber around causes some tension, so if Tosaka was near me too, I wouldn't get any peace. Alright, so she's gonna live in the, like, outbuilding. Okay. Anyways, there's some distance between us. Even if we are connected by a hallway, it's just like a house next door, so nothing should happen unless I go there myself. Oh, but we'll see each other at meals. And we only have the one bath, so we'll have to decide how to use it. No, thinking about that, Saber is a girl too, so... Oh, Jesus Christ, bro. It's fine. It'll work itself out. I mean, Rin's gonna fucking take, like, hour-long fucking luxurious baths, probably. But, you know, Saber's chill. She'll just clean herself.
ってバカ、何考えてんだ俺は。
You are thinking of stupid things, for sure. Shaking my head, I lie down in the corridor. I sigh once again and stare up at the sky. Maybe I'm tired, but doing all this makes me sleepy.
もうどうにでも。
Do what you like. Becoming desperate, I close my eyes. Maybe that comment helped. I fall asleep the moment I close my eyes. Later, Saber, Tosaka, and I are in the living room. I just woke up. Saber was in this living room, and Tosaka just finished her remodeling. By the way, this was the guest room a few hours ago. It actually looks really nice. And now it's gonna look totally different.
Shiro, あのエアコンどう使うの?
The scene I saw when I was called was... Damn! She's got all her fucking magic stuff, bunch of notes. There's her big ass red bag. Good for you, girl. Taking over, taking charge. It looks good. Looks good. Good shit, girl. How can I put this? I think I may have allied with a terrible person. Literally the devil. I can't calm down. These two are complete outsiders. I rarely have guests at this house, so that must make the situation even stranger. No, first of all, the appearance of these two don't really fit this Japanese-style house. Well, it's about 7 o'clock now. Even though we're all in the living room, all of us staying quiet like this is not good for my mental well-being.
二人とも少しいいか。今後のことで話をしておきたいんだけど。
ちょっと待って。その前に一つ決めておきたいんだけど、いいかしら?
It's literally gonna be dinner related, I bet you money. And the funny thing is I'm hungry. It's 7 o'clock in the morning, so still got a few more hours before I can get like lunch somewhere.
いいけど、なんだよ。
何って夕食のことよ。シロ、ずっと一人暮らしだったのよね。
まあそういうことになるけど。
なら食事は自分で作ってきたのよね。
そりゃ作るだろう。食べなくちゃ腹減るんだから。
さ、なら提案なんだけど、夕食の当番は交代制にしない？これからしばらく一緒に暮らすんだし、その方が助かるでしょ？
Seems reasonable to me.
確かにそうだな。ついつもの調子で考えてたけど、遠坂がうちで暮らすなら家族と同じだ。飯ぐらい作るのは当たり前だし、俺も楽でいいや。
Yeah?
決まりね。じゃあ今日はシロが当番ってことで。
Got him.
もうこんな時間だし、作戦会議は食べてからにしよう。
Dude, I knew she was gonna go straight to food.
いや、夕飯が交代制なのはいいけど、朝飯はどうするんだ？朝飯も交代制か？
ああ、朝はいいのよ。私食べないから。
Damn.
なんだそりゃ。 勝手なこと言う。朝飯ぐらい食べないと大きくなれないぞ。
As someone who's not really a breakfast person, I think she's doing just fine. She looks pretty nice.
余計なお世話よ。人の生活スタイルに口を挟まないでちょうだい。
God, I love you, Rin. Fucking hell.
とにかく今日の夕食はシローが作るの。ちゃんとした食べ物を出さないと話なんてしないからね。
Damn. Tosaka glares at me irritatedly.
分かったよ。勝手に作るけど、セイバーも飯は食うんだろ？
用意してもらえるのでしたらぜひ。食事は重要な活力源ですから。
Dude, I love how salty Rin is now.
了解。それじゃおとなしくしてろよ、二人とも。
God, I didn't imagine we would be getting the three of them just the whole game like this. But I'm here for it. So, sure, why not? I grab the apron and go to the kitchen. Fortunately, there's about 3 people's worth of ingredients in the refrigerator. I started cooking rice when I woke up, so it should be done in about half an hour. I glanced at Tosaka and Saber from the kitchen. They look like they'd prefer Western meals over Japanese food. It's unlikely that Saber, let alone Tosaka, will understand the tastes of tofu and natto.
いや、そもそも箸を持てないんじゃないかな、セイバー。
That's also possible, but I guess she was in Japan, apparently, for the last Holy Grail Wars, so she might be fine. I ponder this for a second, but I can't help it. There's only a limited range of dishes I can make with what's in the fridge. Anyways, there's some tofu. After thinking for a bit, I decided to make some deep-fried tofu. For soup, I'll make miso soup with seaweed and tofu. The miso sounds really nice. I really love miso. Japanese soups, kind of in general, which are kind of, a lot of them are kind of in the same genre of like salty soup, like miso and stuff. I really do tend to enjoy most of them. Deep fried tofu sounds pretty good. I could go for some of that, sure. I have some chicken, so I'll make teriyaki out of it and make that the main dish. Yeah, I actually had teriyaki chicken for dinner last night. With some rice. There's a place I have that's by my movie theater that makes bomb-ass chicken teriyaki, and it's really quick, and then, you know, it's like a little, like, place, but they, you know, they're cooking the chicken all the time, fresh. It's really fucking good, too. It's big. It's really good. I'll give you a ton of fucking chicken. Shit's good. I always get it after, I always see, like, a movie in, like, the late afternoon, so it's, like, perfect. It is kind of bad, though, because those days I usually just have popcorn at the movies, and then I have that chicken for dinner, and that's all I eat, which is probably why it's 7 in the morning and I'm really fucking hungry, and I gotta wait a few hours before I go get some food. I drain the water off the tofu, season the chicken, and cut the Japanese white radish while I'm at it to make salad. I grate the white radish, cook some green peppers. Okay. That's a vibe.
今後の方針は決まっているのですか、リン。
I probably wouldn't make what he's making, but it sounds pretty good. Are you? Oh, yeah, yeah.
さあ、情報がないから何とも言えないけど、とりあえずは他のマスターを探し出すことが先決かな。
Sure.
残るマスターはあと4人。こっちがマスターだって知られずに探し出したいけど、さすがにうまくはいかないわよね。
Yeah, probably won't. I told them to be good, so what's with this dangerous conversation? Can't they see that I'm busy making dinner for the 3 of us? No, they aren't even looking. Fucking bitches. No, I'm just kidding.
トサカ、4人じゃないぞ、5人だろ。マスターだって分かっているのは俺とお前しかいないじゃないか。
Well, Ilya. I yell, holding the big pot for the deep-fried tofu.
何言ってるのよ。私とシロ、それにイリアスフィールで3人でしょ。あなた、バザーカーのこともう忘れたの？
Yeah, he kind of did, because he was thinking, like, what if there's only 5 masters, hopefully they're all reasonable, and he's, like, totally blanked Ilya out of his mind. Oh, yeah, that little fucking lolly is a master, too. Berserker was so strong that I forgot, but still, I can't believe a girl that small is a master who mercilessly tried to kill us.
どうせね、あなたのことだからイリアスフィールを敵だって認識してなかったんでしょ。それはいいから調理に専念しなさいってば。シローの実力がわからないと私が困るんだから。
Holy fuck. Something tells me she's gonna actually be impressed by his cooking, honestly. I don't know how my cooking skill affects her, but what she says is correct. Well, your fuckability goes up or down quite a bit based on your ability to make food. That's real shit, boys. Like, I'm not even memeing. This is actually like, you know, fuck fate for a second. Learn how to make shit. You don't have to cook for yourself all the time. Whatever. I mean, I sure as fuck don't cook all the time, but know how to make like 5 to 10 like good fucking meals. Even if it's basic shit. Even if it's fucking steak and potatoes with broccoli. Like, know how to make like actual food, and like your fuckability goes way up. That's like real shit. I'm not even memeing. I'm like dead serious. So, highly recommended. Because I know like, and that's the thing. So like some people don't like make stuff much, and that's fine. I'm just saying know how to make stuff. You could learn just on YouTube or whatever the fuck, right? But like it's not hard. I mean, there's like actually some things that are hard to make, but like generally, like just knowing how to make like decent food is like not that hard. Anyways, a little tangent there, but no, that I'm like dead serious. I'm not memeing about that. That actually, your fuckability goes up quite a bit if you know how to make food. Even if you're not like a cook or you don't enjoy it or whatever, as long as you know how to make like I said, I would say like if you can make 10 different things that are like with some variations, like maybe like some like beef stuff, some chicken stuff, some fish stuff, maybe a veggie thing, you know, like just different types of meals. Anyways, the preparation will be done soon, so I should concentrate on finishing dinner now. Clearly I'm hungry, right? I'm thinking about food, and we're doing the food memes again. The fate food memes. I feel like I need a counter for every time we're making breakfast or dinner in this fucking this fucking game.
イリアスフィール。バーサーカーのマスターですね。
Yes, her name was Eliasville von Einsburn.
リンは彼女を知っているようでしたが。
Yeah, she recognized the name.
まあね、名前ぐらいは知ってる。アインツベルンは何回か聖杯に届きそうになったっていう魔術師の家系だから。
Nice.
聖杯戦争には慣れているということですね。
Apparently so.
でしょうね。他の連中がどうだか知らないけど、イリアスフィールは最大の障害と見て間違いないわ。本来バーサーカーっていうクラスは力の弱い英雄を強化するものよ。
Yeah, but it's fucking Heracles.
理性を代償にして英霊を強くするんだけど、そういった凶暴化した英雄の制御には莫大な魔力を必要とする。例えばあなたがバーサーカーになったら、
このように話をすることもできませんね。協力者としての機能を一切排除し、戦闘能力だけを特化させたのがバーサーカーです。ですが、それは手負いの獅子を従えるようなもの。何の魔術師ではまず操れません。
So for a servant that famous as Heracles to become a berserker, he's just totally broken. He's like, because I mean, if you really do, if you look at his shit, it's almost off the charts. I mean, I guess strength is off the charts. It's literally A+. So yeah, like, because this is really strong.
でしょうね。そこいらのマイナーな英霊がバーサーカーになった程度でも波のマスターじゃ制御しきれない。
Which says a lot about Ilya.
だっていうのに、イリアスフィールは超一流の英霊を召喚して、そいつをバーサーカーにして完全に支配してた。悔しいけど、マスターとしての能力は次元違いよ、あの子。
Apparently so.
同感です。私たちの透明の問題はその次元違いの相手に狙われているという現状ですか。
Which is why it's very reasonable for Tosaka and Shirou to team up here.
うん。私のアーチャーはまだ戦線に出られるほど回復してない。セイバーはどう？もう傷はいいの？
通常の戦闘ならば支障はありませんが、バーサーカーを相手にできるほど回復はしていません。
That's fair.
バーサーカー戦の傷は完治しているのですが、ランサーから受けた傷には時間がかかるようです。
そう。それじゃあやっぱり当面は様子見をするしかないかな。
それについては提案が。アーチャーの目は鷹のそれと聞きます。彼には屋敷の周囲を見張ってもらうというのはどうでしょうか。
That makes sense.
そのつもりよ。あいつには屋根で見張りをさせるから、怪しいやつが近寄ってきたらすぐにわかるわ。この屋敷だって侵入者用の結界が張ってあるんだし、守りは万全でしょうね。
I wouldn't be that confident, but I respect it.
まあバーサーカーに攻め込まれたら逃げるしかないけど。
Yeah, that's fair. The two are continuing on without me. Well, that's an interesting conversation they're having. It's a conversation that Shirou unironically can't contribute to nearly as much as Rin and Saber can. I'm a bit annoyed. I'm making dinner, so why are they talking without me? First of all, Tosaka is too friendly with Saber. Yeah, I adore it. Kinda ship it too. Well, it's true that Tosaka isn't that friendly with me, so it helps if Saber talks to her, but to be fair, I ship Tosaka with Archer and Saber, and and not so, and maybe Shirou a little bit, and I ship Saber with Rin and Shirou, so like, I ship everyone with everyone. That's just based. That's the correct answer, usually. The face reflected in the glass of the kitchen cabinet looks disappointed. That's weird. Why am I angry? Because you're jealous. You're jealous that, like, based waifu is, like, being with your servant. I would say bitch waifu, but you're really more the bitch than Saber, for being honest. Rin, Archer is Rin's bitch, though, 100%. Even though he will never admit it. I prepare the dishes for the three of us and put the prepared dinner on the tray. I move to the living room.
まったく、夕飯時に物騒な話するなよな。
I put the tray in front of Tosaka.
何怒ってるのよ、シロ。料理出しぐらいは手伝うべきだった？
No, he's jealous that you're getting along so well with his lovely servant.
別に怒ってなんかないけど、遠坂、慣れ合いはしないんじゃなかったのかよ。
I glare at her. Tosaka goes, huh? And after that... Yo! She's so good! That face with that smile and blush underneath is a little too much for me. Holy shit, that's amazing. Yeah, she figured out exactly what's going on. Makes a frightening smile.
協力体制を決めていただけよ。
Yo!
別にあなたのセーバーを取ったりしないから。
She's literally like, I won't steal your girl! Holy shit, that's so funny. What the fuck? And with the face, why is she so good? God, I love this woman so much. It's insane. Tosaka Rin is my fucking girl. Jesus Christ. I get the feeling that by the end of this game, she will be, without a doubt, one of my favorite characters of all time. She's amazing. I can tell my face is blushing. I can tell what I'm angry about after Tosaka tells me.
お前
Get fucked.
あら、違った？ならごめんなさいね、エミヤくん。
Hit him with that gomenasai, Emiyaku.
勝手に言ってろ。
Dude, fucking cute dude. Low-key, that's kind of cute, Shirou. I'm not gonna lie. I love how, like, Saber is just, like, chilling, like, just doesn't give a fuck about these two just being stupid as fuck. I retreat to the kitchen to get the rest of the food. Ugh, she really got me. Tosaka is still smiling, and Saber is expressionless as always. Man, I'm really worried about whether we could continue with this member. What does that even mean? Hey, it's literally dinner music over here. I swear this is played every time we've had dinner. In that way, dinner starts. I'm silent. With what happened earlier, it annoys me to talk to Tosaka, and I'm too embarrassed to even look at Saber. Saber eats dinner silently. Her gestures are elegant, and I can't possibly imagine she was swinging around a sword. Dude, she's just like... She's just amazing. She's a great soldier. She's a great warrior, a great knight, I should say. And part of being a great knight is being, like, well-mannered. So, like, she's just the perfect knight in, like, every sense. And, well, how should I put this? She nods every time she eats something she hasn't eaten before. Interesting. She's judging you in an interesting way. Her gestures are strange. It must be the way of expressing that it's good. By the way, she's able to use the chopsticks. On the other hand, Tosaka is...
Yosh, これなら勝った。
What the fuck? She's turning into a competition over who can cook better? She clenches her fist after taking a bite.
明日を見てなさいよ、エミやシロ。
Dude, I can't wait for tomorrow's dinner. She's gonna fucking make like she's gonna make like a fucking, what the fuck is she gonna make? God, come on. She's gonna make like fucking like a fucking full like rib roast with fucking duck, like I don't know, let's say rib roast, Peking duck, fucking, what the fuck else could you think of that's gonna cost us, that's gonna set us back a couple $100? She's just gonna, fucking lobster, fucking crab, fucking, she's going to go ape shit. She's gonna use that fucking Tosaka money. Holy shit, bro, I can't wait. That's gonna be so stupid. She shakes her clenched fist. God. Never has the word God meant so much. Have I done something bad?
あのな、さっきの話だけど。
The two both raise their heads. Hold on. Even one of them is enough to tense me up, so they shouldn't both react. You're talking to both of them, you fucking dumbass. God. Like, I get being awkward about Saber sleeping with you. Like, that's fair. I think that's a fair thing. But, like, bro. Chill the fuck out. Like, yes. You got two hot women living with you. And they both could, like, rip your head off in, like, an instant. But it's okay. Just talk to them like people. Even though Saber is sort of a person. It's kind of complicated, but just talk to them. You'll be fine, Shirou. Don't worry.
さっきの話って何のことよ？
Although, to be honest, Rin is kind of the devil, so actually, maybe she doesn't count.
だから今後の方針ってやつ、人が飯作ってる時に話してただろ。
まずは他のマスターを探すということですか。
そう、それ。具体的にはどうするのかなって思って。
どうするも何も地道に探すしかないでしょ？
Yeah, but what does that mean?
あ、そうだ。シロ、魔術師の気配ぐらいはわかる？なら話は早いんだけど。
わからない。2年近く学校にいて、父さんが魔術師だったなんて知らなかったんだぞ、俺。
Get fucked.
やっぱりそうなのね。 まあそれはいいわ。どうせ他の連中はみんな気配を立ってるだろうし、魔術師の気配からたどる線は無理っぽいもの。
Yeah, he is so useless, it's ridiculous.
セイバーはどう？サーバントはサーバントを感知できるって言うけど。
I'm still waiting for his power to... I'm curious how his power is going to come into play, because he wouldn't have that ability for no fucking reason. It's going to lead to something interesting down the line, but probably not anytime soon.
多少はできますが、あくまで身近で能力を行使している場合だけです。私では半径200メートルほどしか捉えられません。
I mean, that's a pretty solid radius, to be honest.
なるほどね。じゃあますます相手の出方を待つか、どこかおかしな場所を探すしかない。マスターが何か行動すればその功績は残るもの。私たちはそれを探り当てるってわけ。
Yeah, your best chance to find it is to find a battle.
つまり街中を調べろってことか。
Seems fair, yeah.
いいえ、それはやめた方がいいわ。あっちも網を張ってるから、そんなことしたら一発でマスターだってバレるわよ。
That's fair.
とりあえずはこっちの体勢が整うまでは後手に回りましょう。
That's... Just listen to Rin and Saber. They know what they're talking about.
今まで通りに生活してマスターだと悟られないこと。
Yeah, that's probably the best way to do it.
腕のレイジは他人に見られないように隠しておくこと。できるだけ人気のないところには行かないこと。日が落ちたらすぐに戻ってくること。
Mm-hmm.
あとは
外出するときはサーバントを連れて行くようにしてください。アーチャーはリンの護衛ができますか？
Of course.
それぐらいならできるみたいね。霊体にして待機させておくから私は大丈夫よ。問題は
Yeah, the problem is Saber.
私のマスターですね。
Yep.
そう。ちょっと聞いてる？シロ。外出するときはちゃんとセーバーを連れて行きなさいよ。人目につかないようにするのが私たちのルールだけど、中には昼間っから襲いかかってくるバカがいるかもしれない。
Yeah, I hope one of the masters is a total fucking dunce. That would be fucking hilarious.
そういう時に備えてセイバーとは一緒にいなさいよね。
Yeah, the problem is school. No one's talking about school and whether or not we're gonna get like a school uniform Saber. I guess. So I guess, although I don't know how that works because she's in like this form. Can other people still not see her, or is she like a regular person? Like, I don't know how that works in her specific case. So maybe other people won't be able to see her. But
わかった。努力はする。
I responded without interest. Wow. I understand what she's saying, but I'm resistant to being with Saber all the time. I feel nervous talking to Tosaka, but Saber makes me even more nervous. You know, I'm kind of in love with Tosaka, but I'm really in love with Saber. No, it's wrong to say I'm nervous. I'm just bad at talking with Saber.
何か？
なんでもない。おかわりなら継ぐから茶碗よこせよ。
いえ、結構です。実に見事な味付けでした、シロ。
I look away before I realize. I can't even look at her normally, so how can I stay with her all the time?
ああ、でもダメか。セイバーは霊体になれないんだから学校までついてこられない。
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's the problem. I was waiting for them to bring it up.
学校？シロは学生なのですか？
そうだけど、ああ、そうか。セイバーは生徒じゃないんだから学校には入れない。学校に行っている間はうちで待機してもらうしかないかな。
学校に行かないということはできないのですか、シロ。
Yeah, I was wondering if she'd say that.
できないよ。普段通り生活しろってんなら学校には行かなくちゃ。それに学校に危険はない。あれだけ人がいる場所ってのもそうはないぞ。
I wouldn't say there's no danger at school, but there's certainly minimal danger at school.
ですが、
大丈夫よセイバ
That's
ー。
true.
学校には私だっているんだから、もしもの時はフォローするわ。
And that's what I was gonna bring up. Archer and Rin will be there, so that's at least good.
だからもしもの時なんてないって。
You never know. You can't just assume that. That's how you wind up dead, boy.
わかりました。マスターがそう言うのでしたら従います。
Yes, Master says so. Saber nods, though she looks discontent. Yeah, it's her basically not fulfilling her duty for a while. The night wears on. It seems Tosaka is prepared and taken her bath while I was cleaning up after dinner. Jeez, it seems she's really selfish from her first day here.
今後のためにも早いうちに主導権を握っておくべきだろうな。
I can't imagine you seizing the initiative in regards to much of anything, to be honest, Shiro. I know that, but seizing the initiative from her seems really difficult. Yeah, that's her thing, not yours.
こんなんついでに言えば頭が痛いのがもう一人いるんだよな。
Oh? No, rather the main problem. Tosaka will understand if I talk to her, but this person doesn't seem to understand however much I talk to her.
セイバーか。悪いやつじゃないっていうのだけはわかるんだけど。
It's the male-female relations that's got you down. Saber is back in her room. Tosaka should be resting in her room in the outbuilding. I'm the only one in the living room. There's still time until bedtime, so I should talk to Saber. Honestly, I have to get over my inability to talk to her, or I'm worried about our future. First of all, ignoring her being a servant and all, she is a girl from a younger age. That is a really weird say a girl from a younger age. I got a little confused there. He's talking about from the past. But that's a really weird way to put it. There are a lot of things I'll find out from talking to her, and most of all...
早いとこ慣れないといつまで経っても遠坂に冷やかされる。
I think Tosaka will constantly make fun of you regardless, but I think she would make fun of you less if you smashed. Yeah, that's troubling. It's troubling. So I should be able to talk to her more lightheartedly. Yeah, you and your troubling. Troubling is literally just means that, like, you get a boner when you talk to Saber. That's, like, literally what you're trying to say. This is, like, one of the few times I don't actually think he's trying to say that. But, like, for the sake of memes, I'm going to say he still is. I return to my room. Next door, past this one small sheet, is Saber's room.
セイバー起きてるか？
起きています。何かありましたか、マスター。
Opening the sliding screen silently, Saber enters. I hold on to my heart, pounding from having her actually in front of me. Jesus Christ, bro. Calm the fuck down. Yes, calm down. I'm just going to talk to her as a master. No, not even as a master, as her master.
シロ、顔色が優れませんが、傷が開いたのですか？
Bro, this guy's got problems. He's about to double down on the ah!
いや
I
そん
knew
なこ
it.
とはない。体の方はとっくに大丈夫だ。それを言うならセイバーの方こそいいのか。
Nice, we're finally getting around to asking if she's okay, which was not the choice I decided to go with earlier on.
はい、問題はありません。今の状態では完治まで時間はかかりますが、このままでも平均値はクリアしていますから。
Damn. Oops. It's not confidence or boasting. She is probably just telling the truth. I have no response. Saber's statement should be encouraging to a master, but I don't want such a slender girl to fight.
その一つ聞くけど、セイバーは戦うこと以外に何か目的はないのか？せっかくここにいるんだから他にしたいこととかあるだろ？
That's kind of a cute thing to ask her.
他の目的ですか？そのようなことはありませんが、サーバントは戦うためだけに呼び出されたものです。それ以外の目的など余分なだけだ。 シローの発言はひどく的が外れています。
I mean, I kind of agree with Saber, but I think that's still a nice thing to ask. I thought so. I'm pretty much asking one who was summoned to fight, not to fight. It's not that I want to tell her that. Well, how should I put this? Saber is lacking in humanity. It would be fine if she were only going to fight, but she's in front of me as an actual person. So it's wrong for her to just fight. If Saber is actually here, I have to have her do something she enjoys.
なあセイバー、サーバントってのは過去の英雄なんだろ？なら
I stopped myself before I asked her what she was like before.
私の新名は教えられません。
Saber said that before as a secret between us. So even if I asked her about her past, she wouldn't answer.
シロー、言いかけてやめるのはよくありません。必要な質問なら答えますが。
Fair enough.
いや、今のは忘れてくれ。バカなことを口走りそうになっただけだ。
Fair enough. I say that, averting my gaze. It really was something stupid. I shouldn't have been interested in Saber's true identity, and she refused because she couldn't tell me. If I bring it up again, it will only prove that I'm a no-good master repeating a useless question. But what else is there to talk about besides that? If I can't ask about Saber, the only thing that remains is about me. That would be even more meaningless, though. Now I'm just gonna do what I want. If I can't ask about her true identity, I'll get ready to have her look at me strangely, and I'll ask about things such as what she likes, and what she wants for breakfast, and...
シロー、あなたから質問がないのなら、私から尋ねていいでしょうか？
Sure, why not?
いいけど、何？
昨夜のことです。シローは私を助けようとしてバーサーカーに打ち倒されました。
Yeah.
覚えているけど、なんだよ。朝の続きをしたいのか？軽率な行動だったってのは分かってるから、あんまり思い出させないでくれ。吐き気がぶり返してくる。
Are we gonna actually talk about how he's, like, not dead? Like, in more detail?
それは私も同じです。ですがこれは、
No, we're just gonna...
あなたという人間を知るために聞いておくべきことだと思う。
She's gonna more strongly talk about this.
シロー、あなたはなぜバーサーカーに向かったのです。近寄ればどうなるか、シローには分からなかったのですか？
それは。
Yeah, I mean, this is an important thing to get nailed down because it was pretty suicidal what you did. I mean, you did it to protect her, but that doesn't change the fact that what you did was rough. I knew that. I understood that I'd be killed if I approached. But I didn't try to save Saber out of optimism that I'd be safe while doing so. Back then, all I thought about was saving Saber. I didn't care about what would happen afterwards. At that time, the most important thing for me was saving Saber. Probably, it was just that my fear of not being able to save Saber was greater than my fear of getting killed. Oh, this is such a good OST too.
悪い、忘れた。一瞬のことだったからな。その時の考えなんてわからない。きっと気が動転していたんだ。そうでもなけりゃ、あんな特攻はできない。
I like that he's acknowledging that it was suicidal. Perhaps because Saber's eyes were so serious. I don't tell her the truth. I just say something to get out of the situation. Of course, he's lying to himself about it. Or to her, I guess, about it.
つまり、ただ自然に私を助けようとしたのですね。
I mean, that's a problem too, for other reasons, but...
自然じゃない。気が動転してたって言っただろ。もう一回あんなことになったら、その時はきっとガタガタ震えてる。
そうですね。それが正常な人間です。自らの命を無視して他人を助けようとする人間などいない。
I don't know if I'd say no human, but I certainly get her point.
それは英雄と呼ばれた者たちでさえ例外ではないでしょう。
Fair.
ですから、そんな人間がいるとしたら、その人物の内面はどこか欠落しています。
Interesting.
その欠落を抱えたまま進んでは待っているのは悲劇だけです。
Wow. Surprisingly deep. Interesting. We're kind of getting into a little bit of the psychology behind Shirou as a character here. And almost even a little bit of the contradiction that in some ways he perhaps isn't as human as he thinks he is. And that ironically makes him even more like Saber, because Saber, you know, he was commenting on Saber's lack of humanity in the way that she was acting in his mind, and yet in many ways some of the things he does are seemingly lacking a certain degree of humanity, a missing link, so to speak, a missing element. So it's really interesting, and I like this. It's like, because like Shirou's character is really interesting. I don't know where I'm landing on it. I really haven't made an opinion on him. You know, I don't dislike him. I don't necessarily like him either yet. It's a really interesting thing. I think he's a very interesting character. I think it's going to take a long time for me to really... It might take the whole game, honestly. It might depend on how everything goes. I think I could really fall one way or the other. I could see myself really liking or not liking Shirou. And I have a long way to go with that. And I really don't know where I'm going to go with that. I think with main characters in particular, I think it's really interesting when we do just kind of dive into that, because we get their inner monologues. So there's an extra layer of how we break down those characters. I think that's part of what makes like a, you know, some of my favorite characters ever so good. You know, Okabe Rintaro, Lelouch, Lamperouge, you know, characters like that. And I think with Emi Shirou, it's very interesting how they're doing this. He's very interesting so far. That would be my descriptor. I find his existence interesting. He has a lot of like the traditional kind of main character traits, but I feel like they're being portrayed in a way that isn't necessarily as positive as they normally would be, and I think that puts it all into question and puts it in a different light. So it's interesting what they've done with Shirou so far. Her deep green eyes are trying to tell me something. I take that and...
しつこいぞ、セイバー。あれは気の迷いだって言ってるだろ。俺だって死ぬのは怖いんだ。そんな聖人君子になんてなれるもんか。次にあんなことになったら、その時はセイバーより自分を優先させるさ。
You're lying to yourself, man. Or her. I deflect it with heartless words.
それはよかった。私の思い違いなら問題はないでしょう。ええ、確かにシローは臆病です。道さえ間違えなければ、きっと正しい魔術師になれる。
Wow. Yes, you certainly are a coward. If you do not make any mistakes, you will become a proper magus. What the fuck? That's such a weird... God, that's hilarious.
なんだよ。臆病に見えるのか、俺。
Kinda.
ええ、とても。置かれた状況を受け入れるために努力するあたりが特に。そういった賢明さを時に臆病というのです。恐れを知らない者は賢者になれないのと同じですね。
She meant it as a compliment, of course. Yep. That's fair. A man without fear cannot be wise. That's quite profound for sure. She must be relieved. Saber says this, smiling a bit. That gesture is so lovely and elegant. Because of it, I cannot think of anything else to say, and we end up staying in the room together a while. Aw, that's cute. For a second, I was like, what the fuck's going on? Are we about to get fucking OP 20 million? And night falls. It's not like I need to talk to Saber or Tosaka, so bedtime comes as usual. It's 11 o'clock. The lights in the house are turned off, and the people in it sleep to prepare for tomorrow. That's a lot of ellipses.
眠れん。
I open my eyes, still on my side. It's the room I've grown accustomed to sleeping in, but it's different today.
なんだってか。
I think we both know the reason. It's because you know how close Saber is. So quiet, so why can't I hear Saber's breathing in the next room? Why can you or why can't you? Well, if it's so quiet, that's the reason. No, I know. If it's so quiet, it's only natural for me to be able to hear what's going on in the next room. And being able to hear her sleeping makes me imagine her sleeping. Yeah, okay. He was just being stupid for a second. Okay, that makes sense.
畜生。こんな状況で眠れるもんか。
Mm-hmm. I'm tired of this hell. I climb out of the futon, trying not to wake Saber, and I retreat to my usual place. Bro, about to sleep in the shed again, yep.
助かった。セイバー気づくと思ったけど、割と鈍感なんだな。
That's a weird way to put it, sure. Or maybe she just sleeps deeply. I wonder for a moment whether she can really protect her master like that, but there's no danger now. If servants are connected to their masters, she should wake up when her master is in danger.
遠坂は寝てるみたいだな。
The lights there are off. She must be defiant or just adaptable. Tosaka must have gotten used to this place in just a day.
まあ、実際助かるんだよな。あいつがいてくれると。
Yeah, all memes aside, she's doing this largely to help you. She is partially doing it for herself because, well, you're not a great ally. Saber is a wonderful ally. So, you know, the combined might of Tosaka, Archer, and Saber could potentially figure something out against Berserker, because Berserker's a fucking problem. Yeah, it helps, even if it's troubling sometimes. For example, the bandage wrapped around my hand.
レージュは覚醒か。言われてみるまで気づかなかった。
Yeah, simple as it is, you got a fucking crazy fucking tattoo on your hand now. The command spell a master bears appears somewhere on their arm. In my case, it's on the back of my left hand. I can't hide it with my clothes, so I'm hiding it with a bandage, even though it looks unnatural. I was thinking maybe wear gloves, but maybe that'd be out of character for you.
冬だし、長めの長袖を着てごまかそう。
Well, if it's winter, yeah, it's February, of course. Yeah, wear gloves, man. Tosaka has hers around the middle of her right hand, or somewhere like that. They say the command spell is different for each master, but I don't think I'll ever see Tosaka's command spell. No, she doesn't want you to know that she only has one left anyways. The shed is silent. This is the place where Lancer cornered me yesterday, and where Saber appeared. The door is still open, and the inside is dark, as if denying anyone's entry. Well, this darkness is familiar to me. The old building that I used to play in, the place you could call my real room, stands silently in the cold winter night. Yeah, one of the shots, for whatever reason, I remember from the second OP that we got in the last episode was Saber in, I guess, she was in the outfit that she's in now. Saber in the shed. For whatever reason, that's like the shot that stuck out to me the most. I don't know why. I enter. I close the door to shut out the outside air and turn on the old stove.
そうだな。今日ぐらいは休もうと思ったけど、却下しよう。2日連続でサボったら親父にどやされる。
Yeah, your Magus training. I guess doubly so now that you're in a Magus battle. I sit in the middle of the shed and take a deep breath. Training should be continued without rest. Magic is mental training for me, so I shouldn't neglect it for minor reasons. That's the sword again. I adjust my breathing and begin my training. Inside my head is the usual image. The image of the sword that appears in my empty head. I ignore it and clear my mind. Once I let magical energy flow through me, it's the usual practice of strengthening. The strengthening magic, which I succeeded at for the first time in a few years after being attacked by Lancer. I have to repeat it before I forget it and make sure I master it, or it'll be a waste.
トレース、オン。
I half close my eyes and release the contents of my lungs. Right now, this is all. Everything goes away once I'm concentrating on this. The Holy Grail War, Saber, Tosaka. If I empty my mind and forget all the doubts I have, I should be able to sleep tonight. Is it going to transition to the next day? We're just going to... Yep, it is. Okay. New life. Interesting. I kind of want to check on how long I've been recording, actually. Because it's 8 o'clock in the morning, so I've probably been recording quite a while, but I feel like this wasn't really a lot of content. I'm kind of thinking this next day might be on the shorter side, so maybe to do this day, but then I feel like this video is going to be too long. Yeah, I'm going to take a peek at how long I've been recording. So I'll be back in a flash, and I'm going to check how long I've been recording. All right. We're definitely going to keep going. We actually haven't been recording as long as I thought. I mean, it's been over 2 hours, but yeah, no, I think this will work out. We probably can get through another day, and it's going to end up being like 5-hour day, of course, and we're not even going to get close. I don't know. Regardless, let's just jump in. It's time for the 5th day, which is titled New Life. I feel the white sunlight upon me. There must be a draft. I feel a cold wind and slowly wake up.
あれ銅像だここ
I pick my body up and shake my sleepy head.
そうか昨日そのまま眠っちまったんだ
Yeah, as is pretty normal for you, actually. After yesterday's routine, after the training to create another sensation within me, I must have been too lazy to return to my room.
外の様子だと6時前ってところかいかん朝飯の支度しなきゃ
Yeah, might as well, I guess. I fold up the blanket, straighten up the things I failed to strengthen yesterday, and head back to the house to wash my face. What are we gonna go with? Salmon, mackerel? What are we gonna have for breakfast, bro? I mean, obviously, like soup, salad, rice, all that crap, but like, you know. When I leave the shed, it's really cold outside. Fuyuki City is warm during the winter, but the top of the mountain on this side has the chill of a normal winter.
お霜が降りてる芝生そろそろちゃんとしないとダメかな
Yeah, probably. That's a fucking big-ass lawn. That's the hassle when you live in a big-ass place like this, especially on your own. It's like maintenance hassle of like dealing with this place. The sound of breaking ice. There's frost on the ground and footprints are formed as I walk. So, I wash my face with freezing water and pull myself together. I do love cold water. That's how I like to go. Give me the cold ass water. I'm wide awake now. Now that I'm awake, all the things I don't want to think about, like the situation I'm in, come straight to mind.
そうだのんきに顔洗ってる場合じゃなかったっけ
It's 5 to 6. There are a ton of things I have to do, but I should return to my room and check on Saber first.
だよな黙って部屋を出たことになるんだし一言説明しておかないと
I assume she's just gonna be asleep. I'll be troubled if Saber misunderstands things. It's my daily routine to go out to the shed at night, so she should understand if I explain.
セイバーにちゃんと説明したらその後は朝飯の支度だろ遠坂は食べないらしいからセイバーの分を足せばいいだけか
Yep, simple enough. Oh, in that case, I should go and buy more ingredients for the additional people. I should note that before I forget. Yeah, you'll run out of food real quick.
忘れ物
I think you're forgetting about the fact that you actually pseudo live with 2 other women already, especially during the week, the school week, and this is gonna get really fucking awkward when Taiga and Sakura are around. What could it be? Feels like I'm forgetting something really important. I think you're forgetting about your other bitches.
やば、6時だ。急がないと間に合わない。
Well, if I can't remember, it can't be anything important. It's gotta be the other girls, right? I quietly opened the door. The room is just like it was yesterday. There's no sign of Saber waking up in the middle of the night and searching this room. I guess she didn't realize that I escaped the room last night.
なんか拍子抜けたな。セイバーならそれぐらいは気がつくと思った。
This is a really good OST too. I really am enjoying the OST. There's a lot of good tracks. Or did she need sleep so much that she couldn't notice?
そうか。体を維持するために頻繁に眠るって言ってたのはそういうことかもしれない。
She's sleeping as close to me as she can, so she can come to me in case something does happen. Either way, it won't make much difference where I go if it's within the house. I can detect intruders from the boundary field. I should be able to protect myself for about a minute with that, and Saber should be able to come save me in a minute wherever I may be in this house.
そうだよな。それに土蔵だったら隠れる場所には事欠かないし。
Maybe a little optimistic, but generally speaking, you're probably correct. Anyways, I shouldn't be scolded at for what I did last night. I was considering explaining this to Saber, but it seems there's no need for that, and I don't think I should wake her up if she's asleep.
セイバー、朝飯の支度をしてくる。セイバーの分も用意しとくけど、眠かったら無理に起きなくていいからな。また後で来るから、それまで休んでてくれ。
I really like the tone that he said that in. It was nice and gentle, but not super soft either. I call out to her and quietly leave the room. There's no one in the living room. I open the refrigerator and consider what I should make for breakfast. And then...
おはよう。朝早いのね、あんた。
It sounds like Tosaka. Oh my god. Demon! Demon! Tosaka comes in looking like she's in a really bad mood.
トサカ、どうした？なんかあったのか？
別に。朝はいつもこんなだから気にしないで。
Yeah. Now you know. I love how she's even like cut transparent. Tosaka crosses the living room like a ghost.
お前、大丈夫かお前。なんか目つきが尋常じゃないぞ。
Oh, don't worry, you'll get used to it, man.
だから気にしないでって言ってるでしょ。顔でも洗えば目が覚めるわ。ここからだとどう行くんだっけ？脱衣所って。
そっちの廊下からのが近い。顔を洗うだけなら玄関側の廊下に洗面所がある。
It's just funny to see. Yeah, I'm sure many people can relate to morning Tosaka.
ああ、そういえばあったわね、そんなのが。
I'm not sure how much she heard, but Tosaka waves her hand and leaves. Here it comes. This is gonna be Sakura, I assume. Could be Fujimura Sensei, though. And then, just as Tosaka disappears in the hallway, I hear a bell informing me of a visitor. Oh, you sussy baka, how are you going to explain this shit? How are you gonna explain fucking Tosaka ran over here?
シロー、誰か来たけど。
I heard Tosaka's voice from the hallway.
ああ、気にしないでいい。この時間に来るのは身内だから。
It'll be Sakura arriving at this time. Sakura has a spare key, so I shouldn't need to go to the door.
まったく、チャイムなんて押さなくていいって何度言っても聞かないんだからな、さくらは。
Isn't it gonna be awkward when she finds out that Rin's here? Sakura's like a member of the family. She can come in whenever she wants. But she's polite, and she only comes in after saying, "Excuse me." Yeah, I could hear it in Sakura's voice in Japanese. I could hear it. That must be one of Sakura's good points. But if she's considerate all the time, she'll... Hold on. Sakura is at my house. Yes! You finally figured it out. I run through the hallway. Scolding myself for my stupidity comes later. I have to get to the entrance and make her go home before she sees Tosaka. Dude. I reach the entrance out of breath, but it's too late. There. Oh no! Get fucked, bro! It's weird because they unironically look like they're in two different art styles in this shot. Is Tosaka greeting the guest, even though I didn't ask her to? Oh no, Sakura's gonna be like, no! Wait. She's gonna have so many questions. Sakura's at the door and Tosaka is in the hallway. With an indescribable tension, the two look at each other.
おはようマトさん。こんなところで顔を合わせるなんて意外だった？
Tosaka asks as if looking down on Sakura from the hallway. I'm the goat. Yeah, I mean to be fair, basically everyone looks at her like the unattainable goddess at school. So yeah, it would be pretty weird to see your boy Shirou go to his house like you do all the time, which is weird enough in and of itself. And you see, of all people, Tosaka in.
Tosaka, senpai.
Damn, that's so gentle. Her face asks why. Sakura looks up at Tosaka with fear in her eyes. Damn it! I can't call out to them. They're ignoring me and staring at each other. Women, am I right, Shirou? There's no room for me to say anything. All I can do is to think how to explain things to Sakura, but before I can think up a good explanation, dude, Tosaka's just gonna outright say, I'm living here now.
Senpai,
yeah, she's fearing the worst. Sakura looks at me as if asking for help.
ああ、それが話すと長くなるんだけど。
長くならないわよ。単に私がここに下宿することになっただけだもの。
Bro! She is the goat! She's just the best thing ever! She just doesn't give a single fuck! Jesus Christ, Tosaka! And she just goes full Rin mode too, like, clearly. She cuts out my sentence and just states the point.
先輩、本当なんですか?
Well, it's not false.
要点だけ言えばな。ちょっとした事情があって、遠坂にはしばらくうちにいてもらうことになった。ごめん、連絡を入れ忘れた。朝から驚かせてすまなかった。
謝らないでください、先輩。確かに驚きましたけど、そんなのはいいんです。
Oh, Sakura.
それより今の話。ええ、これは私とシロウで決めたことよ。家主であるシロウが同意したんだから、もう決定事項なの。
There's so many problems with this. Shirou. She's saying Shirou. Sakura is obviously gonna recognize that the way the head of the household, Shirou, decided. So that's how. Bro, she's trolling so hard. What the fuck is Rin's problem? I'm sorry. Like, she is so goated. Like, she's literally, she does not need to do this. She does not need to be this savage. I don't even know if she likes Shirou or not at this point. I don't even think she knows. She's just like, what the Bro, this girl is a fucking goddess. I'm sorry, what the fuck?
この意味、わかるでしょ、マトウさん。
What the fuck?
わかるって、何かですか?
Dude, she looks so sad. And Rin looks so smug.
今までシロウの世話をしていたみたいだけど、しばらくはってことよ。来られても迷惑だし、来ない方があなたのためだし。
Jesus Christ! Like, bro, Rin out here about to turn fucking Sakura into a yandere. What the fuck? Like, so let's talk about Sakura a little bit. I can't decide if she's like really important or like kind of just there. Like she's like floating in this like middle ground before whether she feels like a side character or a really important character. I feel like, you know, Fujimura Sensei is a side character. Issei is a side character. Shinji's bum ass is a side character. I don't know about Sakura. Especially now, like, Rin being established as, like, living with us. I am kind of softly leaning towards Sakura being a side character. But... it's tough. Because... So, here's my problem with Sakura, right? Is there any chance... So it seems like there's no realistic chance that she's a Magus. That doesn't seem to make any sense. So, I guess the problem with Sakura becomes... is... with her being... whether or not she's a main character... I guess it also goes back to the fact that there's 3 routes in this game. Fate, Unlimited Blade Works, Heaven's Feel. Do the 3 routes of Fate refer to... like, is it a character thing? Is it totally different, like, story? Like, what do the 3 routes of this game actually refer to? Is it... do they happen one after the other? Is it like a continuous thing where you, where they happen in succession? Is each route in and of itself like the whole game? Or, like, what do the 3 routes represent? Is it as simple as which girl you're gonna, like, smash? And if it is... there's a 3rd girl, and of who we've met, Sakura feels the most likely to be the 3rd girl after Rin and Saber. I'm really stuck over whether I feel she's a main character or not at this point. I don't think it's obvious, and I don't know if she's going to be... if it is a situation where it's like you have your 3 girls and it's Rin, Saber, and Sakura, I'm very curious how that... is it the idea that, well, there's the path where you fall in love with your servant, there's the path where you fall in love with a fellow Magus, and there's the path where you fall in love with a normal girl? Is that where we're going? Or is there something weird going on with Sakura? I don't think so. I can't imagine there's any universe where she's a Magus. Like, it just doesn't make sense based on what we've learned. But at the same time, I kind of struggle to imagine a universe where there's a route about a girl who's not A, a Magus, or B, a servant. So we're in this weird spot with Sakura where... I feel like she's a side character, but I also feel like she's a main character, and I just don't know what's going on with her. I just don't know how important she is, and I don't know. So, yeah, I wanted to have a little discussion there for a second about Sakura, because I don't know what to make of her character yet, but I don't even mean that from a perspective of her actual personality. The joke I was gonna make is Rin's gonna turn her into a fucking yandere, and she's gonna try and fucking kill everyone. But, like, that doesn't mean shit unless she's a Magus. Because if she's not a Magus, she ain't doing shit. She ain't, like, Rin would fucking obliterate her. So it's like, that's just not believable. So there's a lot there that, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I get the feeling there's something going on with Sakura, but I don't know. Well, I guess we'll get to that. Holy shit. Well, the point is, though, Rin's a savage. Damn, poor Sakura. I feel so bad for her. Rin's such a bitch. That's kind of why I'm in love with her, but she's such a bitch. Sakura looks down and falls silent. After a brief moment of silence, suddenly...
わかりません。
Damn.
はい？私には遠坂先輩のおっしゃることがわからないと言いました。ちょっとさくら、あんた。
Damn.
お邪魔します先輩。お台所お借りしますね。
Yo, based! Holy shit! My respect for Sakura just went way the fuck up. She's like, you know what? Fuck you, bitch. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Fuck you. Sakura enters the house with a bow and goes into the living room, ignoring Tosaka. This is gonna get fucking amazing. Oh my god. Dude, if Sakura is saying fuck this shit, fuck this bitch. Holy shit. Dude, the harem house just keeps getting loaded up. Tosaka is standing there astonished. Yeah, little do you know, Sakura's in love with my boy. I don't know, like I said, I don't know how you feel about Shirou, but Sakura is 100% in love with my boy. So, she's like, she's going, you know, if there's anything that she's gonna stand up for, it's her boy. Tosaka is standing there astonished. The same goes for me too. This is the first time I've seen Sakura act like that, so I don't know what to say. No, that is surprising, but something else was unexpected too.
おい、遠坂。お前、どうして桜が俺ん家に来てるって知ってたんだよ。今まで桜が俺の世話をしてたなんて、お前に言った覚えはないぞ。
ああ、それなら前にちょっと小耳に挟んだだけよ。ただの偶然。
Wow.
それより驚いたわ。あの子、ここじゃあんなに元気なの？学校とじゃ大違いじゃない。
Damn. It must have been really unexpected as Tosaka says this with disappointment. She's like, fuck, I have a fucking challenger? Like, I don't mind sharing him with a servant. Like, that's kind of hot, especially because low-key, Saber's hotter than him anyways, so like, I am perfectly down for that threesome, but she ain't about that foursome. She's not into purple hair. That must mean Tosaka knows Sakura pretty well. Sakura seems to have known Tosaka, so they must have had a friendship I didn't know about. Well, that aside...
いや、俺も驚いてる。あんなにトゲトゲしい桜は初めて見た。うちに手伝いに来てくれてる時と学校での桜は変わらないよ。今のは鬼のかく乱ってのに票を投じる。
Oh, it's a special case, alright, but I think only one of us knows why it's a special case. I guess two of us if you count me. But Shiro's the one that's not gonna get why.
そうなんだ。まずったわね。
What?
さくらがあんなに孤児だとは知らなかったわ。こうなるんなら、シロの口から説明させればよかった。
I don't think she meant that in the obvious way that all of our heads jumped to when she said perverse, but I'm still struggling with that. She's right. I would have been able to explain things better than the merciless Tosaka.
済んだことは仕方がないだろ。それより、まずいって何がだよ。
It's because she doesn't, like you said, she's down to share you with Saber because low-key she wants a piece of that ass too. But no, she doesn't want Sakura around. And she's not a Magus.
これからこの家は戦場になるかもしれないのよ。だから私たち以外の人間を寄せつけないようにってさくらをたしなめたのに、あれじゃあ逆に追い出すのが難しくなったじゃない。
Rin here with the real reason. I prefer my meme reason, but yes, obviously you want to protect Sakura. And...
あれでたしなめてたのか。俺はてっきり いじめてるのかと思った。
Whatever she thinks works, but little does she know she actually made it infinitely harder to get Sakura out now.
そこなんかつまんないこと言った今。
率直な感想だよ。それよりさくらのことだ。どうする？あの分じゃ帰ってくれそうにないぞ。
Yeah, no, bitch is coming for every breakfast and every dinner now. You fucked this as hard as you could possibly have fucked this, Tosaka.
そんなのなんとかするしかないでしょう。で、さくらが来るのは朝だけ？
Bro!
それとも夕食もこき使ってるの？
Are you using her during the evenings too? What is that fucking verbiage?
誤解を招くような言い方するなよな。朝は毎日だけど、夕飯はそう多くないぞ。
Well, she does sometimes.
そう。それじゃあ、これからは毎日になりそうね。
Get shit on.
毎日って何がさ？
Tosaka sighs at my response. After that, Tosaka remains in the living room and Sakura begins to prepare breakfast in the kitchen. I feel uneasy about letting Sakura and Tosaka together in the living room, but I'm not stupid enough to forget about Saber. Jesus Christ, there's so many bitches to deal with. It seems Sakura is angry about Tosaka being here, so things will only get worse if Saber comes out. Now, I would die of laughter at that. Because of that, I decided to explain the situation to Saber.
というわけなんだ。さくら、今うちに来てくれてる子はさくらって言うんだが、さくらは魔術師でも何でもない普通の子で、聖杯戦争なんかに巻き込むわけにはいかないだろう。できれば知らないままでしばらくうちから離れていてほしいんだが。
Something tells me she's gonna get involved in one form or another, though. No, I didn't come here to consult her on how to get Sakura away from here.
だからだな。今朝のさくらはどうもおかしいんだ。
You're such an idiot, bro.
遠坂が原因なんだが、そこに追い打ちをかけるのもどうかと思う。いや、だからさくらは見知らぬ他人がうちにいることに驚いてるんだ。そこにセイバーが出てくるとさらにおかしくなりそうなんだが。
It sounds like he's
待
practicing.
て、俺なんかセイバーに失礼なこと言ってないか？
It sounds like he's practicing what he's gonna say to Saber and not actually saying it to Saber. Okay, he is.
シローの言いたいことはわかります。つまり、私はここで待機していればいいのですね。
Yeah.
そうしてくれると助かる。さくらを送り出したらすぐに戻ってくるから、朝食はその時で。
I don't know. I think Sakura is gonna feed you breakfast like. Oh man, I don't even know. Saber nods silently. Wow, thank God Saber is so understanding. You're thanking God a lot all of a sudden ever since you went to church, boy. Alright. I'm worried about the living room too, so I should hurry back there.
シロー。
なんだ、セイバ
ー。はい。そのようなことを私に説明する必要はありませんが、もう少し落ち着くべきです。先ほどからシローの言動は破綻しているかと。
He's nervous about all the women he's around.
慌ててるか？俺。
とても。今に戻るのでしたら、その前に気を落ち着けることです。
Saber, you really are too good for him, holy shit. Saber advises me in her usual tone. So, the everyday breakfast begins as if nothing has happened.
どうぞ先輩。遠坂先輩もいかがですか？
Sakura is handing out the rice bowls just like her usual self. I don't know what happened while I was gone, but the tension between the two had disappeared. They probably had death glares at each other and came to an agreement over, kind of like a dick sharing contract, just kind of between a couple reasonable young women. And it's like, what days they get that, yeah, I'm gonna stop. Well, at least on the surface, yeah.
じゃあ、お言葉に甘えて。
Yeah, she's not a breakfast person. After pondering for a moment, she takes the bowl from Sakura. Sakura smiles and starts to set up the miso soup and other things like the fried eggs. Ooh, baby. Yes. Mama! Oh, I'd go for some miso soup and some fried eggs. That sounds delicious. Osaka watches her with a complex expression.
遠坂、お前朝飯は食べない主義じゃなかったっけ？
I think it would be extra rude at this point.
用意されたものは食べるわ。当然の礼儀でしょ、それって。
She's not wrong. That's very Japanese of her, too. I don't know what's bothering her, but she glares at me and picks up her chopsticks.
ま、いいならいいか。それじゃ、いただきます。あ、それと、結局支度を任せてすまなかったな、さくら。
いえ、これが私の仕事ですから、気にしないでください。じゃあ、私もいただきますね。
I mean, you're not getting paid for it, so I wouldn't call it your job.
まったくいい身分だこと。後輩に朝食作らせるなんてどこの王侯貴族なんだか。まあそれはおいおい問い詰めるとしていただきます。
Wow. 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 I mean, you're not even gonna comment about the fact that he's just got like bitches left and right, including yourself. I guess you're too high and mighty to recognize the fact that you've essentially forcibly made yourself part of this boy's harem. Gah, no conversation. Yeah, I'm not really much of a talk while I'm eating type of person. I like to eat my fucking food. Not that I like if I'm at a restaurant, I'll do it, you know, because I think if you're like chilling with someone at a restaurant, then like, yeah, but if you're just eating with someone like in private, like at a house or something, I guess if you're at someone, I don't know, but if you're like eating with someone you live with, I guess in this case, which is essentially what this is, yeah, you just eat, chilling. Maybe they want to talk, you can talk, but when you're out at like a restaurant, you should talk a bit more, you know? It's not that terrible a mood, and anyway, it's always like this during breakfast. Sakura and I aren't talkative, so it's natural for our meals to be quiet. So why is it that our breakfasts are always loud? Is Teach about to just burst through the door?
Huh?
Yep, dude, Teach is about to fucking fly in the... Here. Hold on. Something's clicking in my head. Yeah. Taiga's about to just fucking burst in here like a great ball of fire.
先輩、お魚の味付け濃かったですか？
I'm sure it's perfect.
いや、そんなことはないけどな。どうもさっきからなんか忘れてる気がする。
Come on, Fujimura Sensei, get in here. What is it? I try to conclude that if I can't remember it, it can't be important, but I feel like that would be a terrible mistake. Oh, you have no idea. I can't wait to see Rin and Fujine's reactions to each other. Oh god, this is gonna be hilarious. I feel uneasy as if I'm ignoring a disease that could kill me if left untreated. I guess that's one way to describe her.
まあいいか。どうせ大したことじゃないんだろ。
Yeah, we gotta get the older woman in the harem. I mean, we even have a confirmed lolly for the harem, but we somehow turn Ilya into our bitch too. I forcefully make myself understand. And then my teacher, our teacher, and also the craziest woman alive came bursting through the door.
おはよう。いやー、寝坊しちゃった。
Yep. Fujine enters with loud footsteps. I see. Narudone. It's not that I couldn't remember. I just wanted to postpone the problem by forgetting about it. Fuck me. Christ, so that's what? So we have Saber, Taiga, Sakura, Rin. Jesus Christ, you got 4 girls in your that's to some extent either live with you or like partially live with you.
シロ、ご飯。
She's hilarious. She's immediately bossing him around. I love how, so far, she hasn't even noticed Rin yet. Fujine sits Japanese style in her usual seat.
おはようございます、藤村先生。
The two's greetings are in strange unison.
はい、どうぞ先生。大したものではありませんけど、召し上がってください。
Sakura gives her a bowl with her usual smile. She takes the bowl and tilts her head. She knows something is wrong, but she can't tell what it is. Fujine quietly starts to eat. And after finishing one bowl of rice, she quietly whispers in my ear.
ねえ、シロ、どうして遠坂さんがいるの？
それは今日からうちに下宿することになったからかな。
I explain things to her truthfully.
あ、そうなの。遠坂さんも変わったことするのね。
Yeah, I would agree with that statement.
うん、あいつ結構変わり者だ。学校じゃ猫かぶってる。
Yo, based!
そっか。今日からここに下宿するのか。
She understands and takes a sip of her miso soup. Yeah, just don't question it. Yeah! The tiger!
下宿って何よ、シロ！
Yeah. I love the ambulance. Like, what are you doing to this woman? The table is thrown up and the music is kicking off. Fortunately, Sakura is on the other side and Tosaka's already moved out of the way, so it seems I'm the only victim.
何すんだよ、藤根。味噌汁だぞ、炊きたてのご飯だぞ、つくね煮込んだ鍋物だぞ。こんなもんかけられたら熱いだろって。なぜに朝っぱらから鍋物だぞ。
Calm down.
うるさーい！あんたこそ何考えてるんだ同い年の女の子を下宿させるなんてどこのラブコメだい？私はそんなタチの悪い冗談じゃ笑ってやらないんだから。
The reaction that Sakura wanted to have, but Sakura instead just gave her the death glare as like, I will kill you in your sleep. Just casually just whispered that in Rin's ear. Whereas Taiga over here is just losing her mind. What's even better about this is how she doesn't realize the irony of just her own existence in regards to Shirou, but she does kind of have a point, but also who cares?
笑いを取るつもりなんかねえってば。てか、やけどする。さくら、タオルくれ、タオル。はい、
冷やしたタオルでしたら用意しておきました。
What, in advance?
サンキュー、助かる。うわっ、襟元からつくねが必要以上に加熱されたつくねが。
Based?
タオルは後。そんなことより申し開きしなさい、シロ。
Yeah,
あ
she's
んた
being...
本気でそんなこと言ってるの？
Yes, he's being very serious, and you look adorable, Sensei. Yeah, I'll just resist saying anything. I was gonna say I'd smash. I mean, I guess it's true, but that really has nothing to do with her face right now.
おう、そんなの当たり前だ。俺がこの手の冗談苦手だって知ってるだろ。とにかく遠坂はうちに泊めるんだ。文句は聞くけど変更はしないから言うだけ無駄だぞ。
Indeed.
そんなの大却下！何のつもりか知らないけどダメに決まってるでしょ。同い年の女の子と一緒に暮らすなんてそんなのお姉ちゃん許しません。
Wow. Fujine roars. Well, I guessed it. Fujine is my guardian and a school teacher. I don't think I could escape such a situation with merely 100 beatings from the Shinai or even from a real sword. But I guess you could say it's ill fortune that I have to push through with this.
いや、そこをなんとか。別にやましい気持ちなんてないし、遠坂とはそういう関係でもないんだ。ただ、たまたま事故に遭ったっていうか、成り行きで部屋を貸すことになっただけなんだってば。
That's not good phrasing. That's not good phrasing. I could say we got into an accident. You know, I accidentally kind of impregnated her, bro. Like that. That's not the phrasing. That's bad phrasing, bro.
うるさーい！ダメなものは
God, it's ironic that she's more of a child than the rest of them.
私は下宿なんて許しません。遠坂さんの事情は知らないけど、ちゃっちゃと帰ってもらいなさい。
Damn. Where's this gonna go, I wonder, though? Damn, she won't even listen. Crap, I guess she isn't someone I can convince. Let Tosaka try.
先生、下宿は許しませんとおっしゃいますけど、
Yo!
私はすでに一泊してしまったのですが。
God, why is Rin the goat? And then Tosaka says those words like pouring cold water on Fujine. You're adorable. What the fuck? Why is the teacher the most adorable character in this series so far? I mean, she is. Yeah, I don't care what anyone says about Ilyasville, but yeah, Fujimura is way more adorable, way cuter.
ですから昨日止めさせていただいたんです。
Yeah, get fucked, bitch.
いいえ、正確には土曜の夜からお邪魔していますから2泊でした。今は別棟の客間を借りて荷物も運んであります。
Damn, savage.
どうでしょう先生、客観的に見て私はもう下宿している状況なのですが。
God, that face is so funny. Fujine's face goes pale. Wow.
シロ、あんたなんてことするのよ。こんなことキリツグさんが知ったらどうなるか分かってるの？
どうなるかって親父だったら間違いなく喜ぶぞ。男の解消とかなんとか言って。
Yeah, yeah, it does sound like the old man would approve.
同感。キリツグさん、女の子にはことは甘い人だったからな。そっか。それが遺伝してるんでしょ、シローのバカ！
Baka! What in the world? Why is Fujimura Sensei's VA so good? What the fuck? Fujine grabs my collar and shakes me around. Well, the inheritance aside, it was father's belief that girls should be protected. Yeah, you definitely inherited that. Jesus Christ. I don't go around telling people that like father did, but I do believe he was right. But...
何？助け舟出してほしいの？
possibly. I think a man would have to be tough to recognize that cold-hearted person as a girl.
頼む。俺じゃ現状を打破できない。遠坂の政治手腕に期待する。
I have high expectations of your political skills. What a line. I say while being shaken.
オッケー。それじゃあサクッと解決しますか。
Let's see it, Rin.
藤村先生、エミヤ君を振っても出るのは悲鳴だけですから、そのあたりでやめてあげてください。それに下手をすると朝ごはんまで出てきかねません。
God, I still gotta wait like another little over 2 hours or around 2 hours or so to get breakfast. I guess, I mean not breakfast, well, I guess it's breakfast for me, but really lunch because I want lunch.
何よ遠坂さん、そんな真面目な顔したって怖くないんだから。教師として何より四郎の教育係として遠坂さんの下宿は認めません。
Oh yeah, you know, Tosaka's gonna break you. You're no match. Student or not, you're no match for Tosaka. Fujine lets go of me and confronts Tosaka. It must be her natural instincts. She must have thought Tosaka would get her if she kept concentrating on me.
それはなぜでしょうか。うちの学校には下宿している生徒も少なくありません。生徒の自主性を伸ばすのが我が校の方針ではありませんでしたか？
Interesting.
何よ、難しいこと言ったってダメなんだから。大体ですね、こんなところに下宿したって自主性なんて芽生えません。
I mean, to be fair, honestly, living at her house is probably more independent because she basically lived alone. I mean, more so than Shiro, who also lives alone, but he more so... I mean, because Sakura and Fujimura are around all the time, whereas it sounds like he sees them way more often than Rin sees Kirei,
ご飯は勝
who's
手
her
に出てくる。
guardian.
いつも綺麗。お風呂は勝手に沸いてるっていう夢のようなお家なんだからここ。こんなところに居候してたら堕落しきっちゃうわよ、遠坂さん。
Wow. Yeah, I wonder how that happens.
藤根
You idiot. That statement is problematic coming from a teacher.
それにね、原則として下宿していい生徒は家が遠い生徒だけよ。遠坂さんのお家、確かにここより遠いけど登校できない場所じゃないでしょう。さくらちゃんだってあっちから通ってるんだから下宿する必要なんてありません。
Now that's actually a good argument.
それが今うちは全面的な改装を行っているんです。古い建物ですからそこかしこにガタが来てしまっていて、改装が終わるまではホテルで暮らそうと考えていたのですが、偶然通りかかったエミヤくんに相談したところ、それはお金がもったいないからうちを使えばいいと言ってくれたんです。
Smart girl. That's believable.
それは
Yep.
何しろっぽい発言ね。
Because it is something Shiro would say.
はい、あまり面識のないエミヤくんからの提案には驚いたのですが、確かにホテル暮らしなんてもったいないし、何より学生らしくありません。それなら学友であるエミヤくんのお家にご厄介になった方が勉強になると思ったのです。
Yeah, I mean, honestly, this is really believable. Coming from... She's breaking her. It's so good. Oh my god, Rin is the best. I don't know, Fujimura is pretty amazing too. These two are phenomenal. Just goated characters for real. Fujine groans. Since Tosaka's answer and attitude are so student-like, it seems that as a teacher, supposedly, Fujine cannot object.
話はわかりました。けどそれでも問題はあるでしょ。遠坂さんと四郎は女の子と男の子なんだから、一つ屋根の下で暮らすというのはどうかと思うわ。
どうかとはどんなことでしょうか、先生。
Yeah, you want to be more specific, Sensei?
だからね、遠坂さん美人だし、四郎もなんだか間違いがあったら嫌だなって。
So I thought I wouldn't like it if a mistake got made. That is such a weird way to phrase it.
何も間違いはありません。私の部屋は別棟の隅、エミヤくんの部屋は蔵の近くにある和室です。距離にしてみれば20メートル以上離れているじゃないですか。ここまで離れていれば何も問題はないと思いますが。
Yeah, there won't be any mistakes. It'll be very much intentional.
うん、別棟には鍵もかかるし、違う家みたいなものだけど。
Yeah, it's basically checkmate, to be honest.
でしょ？それとも藤村先生はエミヤくんを信用していないとでも？先ほど先生はエミヤくんの教育係だとおっしゃいました。ならエミヤくんがどのような性格かは私より藤村先生の方がご存知だと思います。彼がそのような間違いを犯すというのでしたら、私も下宿先には選びませんが。
Yeah, now that's the real checkmate right there, because she's not gonna shit on Shiro.
失礼ね。四郎はちゃんとしてるもん。絶対女の子を泣かせるような子じゃないんだから。
I also kind of like they're kind of glossing over it in a really weird way, but this is just such a weird conversation because they're like, when we talk about a mistake, right? Like, I mean, I don't know how else to interpret it other than like the worst. And you know what I'm thinking. And it's like, but, because I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, I mean, it's just the way that she's framing it. It's not like the way, yeah, I don't know. Like, 'cause I mean, it's probably just supposed to mean sex in general, but like, It's just really weird how that was framed. I don't know. Like, that just didn't come off to me right. It came off like it was saying something other than what it was saying.
なら安心でしょ。私もエミヤくんを信用していますから。ここなら安心して下宿できると思ったのです。
You really can. If there was any objections I would have as Sujimura Sensei, I wouldn't trust Rin. Because Emiya isn't going to do anything stupid like that. Rin? I don't know. I wouldn't trust this girl as far as I could throw her. Or, well. I love how Sakura's just watching all this, by the way. The intensity in Fujine disappears. I guess it's decided now. There are lots of things to follow up, but I bet Tosaka can get through those. So I guess Tosaka officially has citizenship in my house now. Oh, that was an amazing scene. Holy shit. And so breakfast ends. As expected, Fujine gave in after being talked down by Tosaka. In conclusion, we decided to try to keep it a secret at school and to have Fujine look after us at home. With that decided, and with more people around the house, Fujine happily goes off to school. As she usually does. We finish breakfast and I go talk to Saber before I leave. Saber, as expected, Conley says,
学校ではリンの指示に従う。危険が迫った時は私を必要としてください。それでマスターの異常は感じ取れますから。
That's kind of hot. And she goes back to her room. It's time to go to school.
それじゃあ行きましょうか。この辺りの道は不慣れなんだから、学校までの近道ぐらい教えてよね。
Sounds like a plan. Beside me is Tosaka Rin in her school uniform. Oops. Whoa. The feeling is fading, but having Tosaka in her uniform makes me tense. I can't stay calm going to school with the prettiest girl in school, and on top of that...
先輩、戸締まりできました。
Yep, we know all about that routine. Sakura's with us today. Hit the three of them. As a member of the archery club, Sakura usually goes to school with Fujine. Yeah, she's like, I think Sakura has no interest in leaving Shirou alone with Rin. But she stayed in the living room today and was waiting for me to clean up after breakfast and go to school. Of course she was. Oh my god, so stupid.
何？さくらに鍵持たせてるの？シロってば。
Yeah.
持たせてるよ。さくらは悪いことなんてしないし、ずっと世話になってるからな。ああ、その分でいくと遠坂にはやれないが、別に構わないだろ。
Please make a smug face, Sakura.
それは構わないけど、どういう意味よそれ。
悪いことするだろ。それにお前、鍵なんかなくても困らないんじゃないのか？必要ないものを作るほど水強じゃないぞ、俺。
Fair enough.
はあ、そうですか。ええ、シロの言う通り、これっぽっちもいらないわよ、そんなもの。
Damn. Savage. Tosaka looks away. Maybe I'm just getting used to it, but I'm starting to think this gesture of Tosaka's is interesting too.
どうしたさくら？戸締まりができたのなら行こう。今朝は遠坂もいるし、できるだけ早めに行きたいんだ。
はい、そうですね。先輩がそう言うのなら、そうします。
Damn. Sakura says so in a dispirited voice and follows after us. Jeez. Sakura has looked somewhat cheerless ever since Fujine lost to Tosaka this morning. Fujine assented, but Sakura must not have.
ちゃんと話さないとダメかな。
Assented? Wouldn't it be like consented or... That's right, I'll need to find an opportunity as quickly as I can and make Tosaka and Sakura be friends. Yeah, I don't know about that one, bro. It seems like it's a Tosaka or Sakura situation, not a Tosaka and Sakura situation. You could have Tosaka and Saber, but the hill road is full of students. It's past 7:30 in the morning. This is the time most students go to school. So it's natural for me to be met with odd stares if I'm walking with people who stand out so much. Did she forget something? Tosaka's been quiet like this for a while now.
どうした登坂？なんか坂道あたりから様子が変だぞ、お前。
やっぱり変？今朝の私。
Wow.
いや、別に変じゃないが、その反応が変だ。
先輩、その説明は矛盾してます。登坂先輩が聞いているのはそういうことじゃないと思いますけど。
何を聞きたがってるって言うんだよ、登坂。
ですから登坂先輩は周りから見られているからどこか自分の姿がおかしいのではと思ってるんですよね。
She's just hot? I don't know.
そうだけどやっぱりさくらから見ても変？おかしいな。今朝は眠いながらもちゃんとブローしたし制服だってシワ一つないと思うんだけど、やっぱり慣れない家で寝たもんだから目にクマでもできてるってわけ？
なんでそこで俺に怒鳴る？登坂が寝られないのは俺のせいじゃないし、仮にそのせいで登坂の目にクマができていたとしても大したことじゃない。
何失礼なこと言ってるのよ。女ってのは生まれた時から自分の身だしなみを気にするものなの。
Damn, got him.
ああもう今まで外見だけは完璧でいいよって繕ってきたのに、それも今日でおしまいってことかしらね。
Wow.
だからなんで俺を見て怒鳴るんだよ、登坂は。
What the fuck?
なんで登坂が変なのかは知らないが、間違いなくそれは俺のせいじゃない。八つあたりはよそでやってくれ。
I'm not sure if this will make Sakura feel better or worse, this banter, because on one hand it's like, well, at least they're not being all lovey-dovey, but on the other hand, she's gonna feel like a third wheel.
違いますよ登坂先輩。先輩は今日も綺麗です。
Yes, sir.
みんなが登坂先輩を見ているのは私たちと一緒だからです。先輩、今まで誰かと投稿したことなんてなかったから。
She figured it out.
何？その程度のことでこんな扱い受けるわけ？侮れないわね。10年も通ってれば学校なんてマスターしたつもりでいたけど、謎はまだ残ってたわけか。
Sure. Osaka ponders seriously. What kind of a person are you to just ignore praise like you're beautiful as always?
わかんないやつだな。登坂が誰かと投稿すれば騒ぎになるのは当然じゃないか。それが男子生徒ならなおさらだ。
ですね。けど登坂先輩、そういうの気にしない人なんです。だから今まで浮いた話一つなかったんですよ。
Sure.
へえ、そりゃよかった。外見に騙されて泣きを見た犠牲者は今のところ一人だけってことだ。
I talked secretly with Sakura while following Tosaka, who has a puzzled expression. That's hilarious. And we made it to school. Nice. We go through the gate, still with people staring at us. We'll be going our separate ways once we enter the building, so I only need to endure the stairs for a bit longer.
朝から頭痛いのがやってきちゃってまあ。
Who's it gonna be, Issei? Osaka murmurs. Before is a familiar face coming through the students. It's either Issei or Shinji.
Sakura!
It's Shinji. Bro. Nissan. Sakura trembles a little. Shinji must not see us as he goes straight to Sakura.
どうして道場に来ないんだ。お前、僕に断りもなく休むなんて 何様なわけ？
Jesus Christ, bro. Shinji raises his hand. What the fuck? Is he about to slap her?
よし、シンジ。朝練ご苦労様だな。
Catch his hand and greet him. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? Jesus Christ. Seriously?
エミヤ、お前、そうか。またエミヤの家に行ってたのか、さくら。
先輩のところにお手伝いに行っていました。けどそれは
Poor girl.
後輩としての義務だって？まったく、泥臭いなお前は。勝手に怪我したやつなんて構うことないだろ。いいから、お前は僕の言う通りにしてればいいんだよ。
Jesus Christ. Shinji lowers his hand. I have no reason to hold his hand if he's not going to hit Sakura, so I let it go.
しかしなんだね。そこまでうちの邪魔して楽しいわけ、エミヤ。さくらは弓道部の部員なんだからさ。無理やり朝練をサボらせるような真似しないでくれないかな。
I can't object against that. Since I haven't stopped Sakura from coming to make breakfast, that doesn't mean I'm restricting Sakura's time in the morning.
そんなことありません。私は好きで先輩のお手伝いをしているだけです。兄さん、
He
今のは
really...
言い過ぎなんじゃないですか？
He's a fucking asshole, so of course he is.
言い過ぎだって？それはお前の方だよ、さくら。エミヤが一人住まいだからなんだって言うんだ。別に一人でいいって言うんだからさ、一人にしてやればいいんだよ。エミヤみたいなのはそっちの方が居心地がいいんだからさ。
Damn. Little do you know, he's got like all the bitches that you wish you had.
兄さん、やだ。今のはひどいよ。
That was pretty fucked up to say.
まあいい。今日でエミヤの家に行くのはやめろよ、さくら。僕が来いって言ったのに部活に来なかったんだ。そのくらいの罰は受ける覚悟があったんだろ。
Aww. This poor girl is just getting shit on today. We're still in the morning. It's like 7:30, 8 o'clock, and she's got shit on like 80 times already. Sakura gasps and freezes. Shinji tries to grab Sakura forcefully. I'm really wondering if she's gonna end up being a fucking yandere. I'm like really curious because she's so sweet and she's so nice and it's fate, so I feel like it's gonna be fucking stupid. And if she does end up being a yandere, I could see her being a really fucking hot yandere. Let's be honest. But like, that would be really interesting.
おはよう、マトウ君。黙って聞いていたんだけど、なかなか面白い話だったわ、今の。
Yeah, it was interesting, I suppose.
え？遠坂。お前、なんでさくらといるんだよ。
別に意外でも何でもないでしょう。さくらさんはエミヤ君と知り合い、私はエミヤ君と知り合い。だから今朝は3人で一緒に登校してきたんだけど、気づかなかった？
Damn.
エミヤと知り
He's gonna be jealous now.
ええ、きっとこれからも一緒に学校に来て一緒に下校するぐらいの知り合い。
What the fuck?
だからさくらさんとも付き合っていこうかなって思ってるわ。
I love how confidently and openly she says this shit. She's such a G. Like, she's so badass. She just gives no fucks.
エミヤとだって。
Shinji glares at me. I must be just imagining that I felt more than enmity there. Well, I haven't been doing well with Shinji lately, but I don't remember doing anything to make him resent me that much.
そんなバカな。冗談がきついな、遠坂は。君がエミヤなんかと付き合うわけないじゃないか。
Damn savage, what the fuck?
ああ、そうか。君、勘違いしてるんだろう。そりゃ確かに ちょっと前までエミヤとは友達だったけど今は違うんだ。
This motherfucker.
もうエミヤと僕は無関係だからあまりメリットはないんだぜ。
Bro, fuck off. Actually, this motherfucker actually thinks that Rin is trying to make him jealous by dating Emiya. Oh, bro. What is wrong with you, Shinji? God, why is every Shinji the worst? You're either like, you know, I mean, you know, I'll take, you know, I mean, I love Shinji Ikari, but like, you get my point. And then fucking Shinji Mato over here is actually just fucking such an asshole. Jesus Christ.
そうなの？よかった。それを聞いて安心したわ。あなたのことなんてちっとも興味がなかったから。
I pity Shinji. If that was me, it would be traumatic enough that I wouldn't recover for a while. Yeah, I pity Shinji is something many people have said in regards perhaps to, again, a different Shinji. I don't think anyone says that to this Shinji other than apparently you, Shiro.
お前。
それとマト君、さっきの話だけど、弓道部の朝練は自主参加のはずよ。欠席の許可が必要だなんて話は聞いてないわ。そんな規則、私はもちろん綾子や藤村先生も聞いてないでしょうね。
Yeah, Ayako's fun. I want to see more of Ayako. She's probably she's a really cool character that's like barely gonna ever show up in this story probably.
うるさいな。兄貴が妹に何をしようか勝手だろう。いちいち人の家の事情に首を突っ込むな。
Ew. What the fuck? An older brother can do whatever he likes with his sister? That makes it sound like you're fucking her. What the fuck? Like, you know, maybe I'd make a joke about that being hot if you weren't like the literal fucking worst.
それは同感ね。だからあなたもエミヤ君の家のことをあれこれ言うのは筋違いじゃない？まったく、こんな朝から校庭で騒がしいわよ、マト君。
Damn, savage. Shinji takes a step back and glares at me and Sakura. That was a really strong response, for real though.
わかった。今朝の件は許してやる。
I'll forgive you.
けどさくら、次はないからな。今度何かあったら、その時は自分の立場ってやつをよく思い知らせてやる。
This shit's fucked. Saying what he wants, Shinji runs away to the school building. Yeah, he definitely ran away after losing to Tosaka.
ごめんなさい先輩。兄さんがその失礼なことを言ってしまって。
Yeah, that's one way to put it. She must be apologizing to Tosaka as well.
朝からいい運動になったわ。頭のギアがスパッと上がった
Of
し、
course you do.
ようやく調子が出てきたもの。
You really are the
口喧
best.
嘩好きなのよね、私。
The best person ever.
それに謝るのは私の方だし、ちょっとやりすぎだったわよね、今の。あいつだって立場があるんだし、ほら、みんなの前でああいうのってしちゃダメだって言うじゃない？
I think all of you are a little too kind towards Shinji. This guy is like the worst.
マトウ君が落ち込んでたら後でフォローしてあげて。
He is your brother though, Sakura, so.
これに懲りずにまた突っかかってきてもいいって。
Wow.
兄さんが懲りていなければまたお相手をしてあげてください、先輩。
Sure. Sakura must be relieved as she smiles cheerfully. Tosaka's looking away bashful.
先輩もできれば怒らないであげてください。兄さん、先輩しか友達いないから。
friend in quotes.
わかってるよ。怒るなっていうのは無理だけど、シンジはああいうやつだってのは知り合った時から知ってる。
A dickhead.
ま、なんかの拍子でまた付き合いが深くなるのは目に見えてるしさ。気長にやっていくよ、あいつとは。
Good luck with that.
よろしくお願いします先輩。
Only Shirou. Yeah, I respect it though. I respect it. You're a better man than most of us in that sense, Shirou. Sakura bows. Yeah, if I do get really mad at Shinji, it'll be because he's not satisfied with such a wonderful sister. I think that's a very fair reason to get mad at him.
それじゃあ先輩、今日も一日頑張りましょうね。
Sounds like a plan. Sakura goes to the first year hallway. We walk up the stairs and enter the second year hallway, and... Whose voice was that? Oh, it was Issei, okay. Run into the student council president.
なぜに遠坂と一緒にいるのか、エミヤシロ。
I see. You are full of enmity too, for a different reason. Yeah, you got the people who want to fuck Tosaka, the people that don't like Tosaka. Tosaka leaves an impression on everyone she meets. Oh my god.
おはよう龍道くん。朝からハウアとはご挨拶ね。
God, why is her face the greatest thing I've ever seen?
目覚めから嫌な予感がしたが、まさか案件殺とはな。いいからこっちに来いエミヤ。遠坂の近くにいたら毒が移る。毒が。
God, Ryoto over here is sussin'. I wonder how long before we'll end up at Ryoto Temple, because we're definitely going there at some point. Issei forcefully pulls on my hand. After looking silently at us, Tosaka heads to Class 2A as if nothing has happened.
行くがいい。誰も止めはしないからな。
Osaka silently passes by us. And then...
シロ、昼休みに屋上。
Yo! She mutters that so Issei would not be able to hear it. Alright, and we're just gonna jump to lunchtime? Yep. It's lunchtime! Since the events of this morning, Issei has avoided me, treating me like a traitor.
さっきのは悪乗りしすぎたか。
Yeah, they have a real rivalry, Issei and Rin. I contemplate my actions for a moment. He asked me why I was with Tosaka this morning.
休みの間に親密になったんだ。
Answering like that was bad. I think the problem is how we became close, but I couldn't explain that, and Issei walked away dizzily.
まあちょうどいいか。しばらくは一人でいろいろやらなくちゃいけないからな。
Yeah, it's actually best not to hang around with people. I don't know how you're gonna deal with Sakura and, to a lesser extent, Fujimura-sensei, but yeah, Issei you should be able to get away from. It's good to have less people involved. Well, what I should do right now is... Oh. Oh. Interesting. This actually kind of feels like a good place to stop, but I'm almost certainly gonna meet Tosaka as arranged. But this is actually a good one, because I would love to explain things to Sakura, but I think we're gonna go talk to Tosaka. I have that promise with Tosaka. It was a unilateral statement, but she must have something to talk about if she called for me. But yeah, we might call it an episode after this conversation. We'll have to see. I buy my lunch and go to the rooftop. It's usually packed with students, but not in this cold winter air. Even though the winter in Fuyuki City is warm, the coldness at the rooftop is unbearable. The only ones on the rooftop are me and...
遅い。何のんびりしてるのよ、シロ。
Tosaka shivering under cover.
遅れたのは悪かったと思ってる。思ってるんで差し入れを持ってきたんだが、その様子じゃいらないか。
Get shit on. I take the coffee I bought at the stand and put it in my pocket.
あんた、 朴訥な顔して結構気が利くのね。
Sure, I guess that's one way to put it.
ただの気まぐれだよ。ほら、もうちょっとそっち行けよ。
Aw.
ここだと風が当たるし、人目につくだろ。
I passed Osaka and handed her the coffee. Here, nobody should find us right away, and we won't be seen from the windows on the 4th floor. Wow, it actually is like they're trying to hide their relationship. That's cute.
ありがとう。次は紅茶にしてね。私インスタントならミルクティーだから。それ以外はありがたみがランクダウンするから注意するべし。
God, who is the person that's like super specific about their fucking... Oh, I know what I was thinking of. Like, that reminded me of a character who honestly, that might be slightly inspired by Rin, potentially. I was thinking about it. I was like, what series was that? Ironically, yeah, it comes up again. There is a Danganronpa character who likes their milk tea. I'll just leave it at that. If you know, you know.
はいよ。次まで覚えていたらな。それよりなんだよ。こんなところに呼び出して。人気がない場所を選ぶあたり、そっちの話だと思うけど。
Okay.
当然でしょ。私とシロの間で他にどっちの話があるっていうのよ。
ああ、それはそうだな。で、どんな話なんだ。
何よ、ずいぶんクールじゃないあなた。
What the fuck?
まあ寒いからな。できるだけ手短に済ませたい。
Oh, is she gonna get offended by that?
遠坂はそうでもないのか。
そんなわけないでしょ。私だってさっさと要件だけ済ませるつもりに決
Yeah.
まってるじゃない。
God, she's such a tsundere. Oh my god, Rin, I love you so much. Yeah, I thought so. It's obvious, so she doesn't have to yell about it.
まあいいわ。それじゃあ担当直入に聞くけどシロ、あなた放課後はどうするつもり？
放課後？あ、いや、別にこれといって予定はないよ。生徒会の手伝い事があったら手伝うし、なかったらバイトに出るし。なんだよ、その露骨に呆れた顔は。言いたいことがあるならはっきり言ってくれ。できるだけ直すから。
Good old Rin over here.
まったく、あなたがどうなろうと私は構わないんだけど、まあ一つだけ忠告してあげるか。今は協力関係なんだし、シロは魔術師として未熟すぎるから。
またそれか。魔術師として未熟だっていうのはもう耳にタコだ。
Yeah, he hears it
気にして
over
る
and
んだか
over
ら
again.
あまりいじめないでくれ。
いじめてなんていないわよ。ただシロが学校の結界に気づいてないようだから未熟だって言ってるの。
Boundary field around the school.
待て、学校の結界ってそれはまさか。
まさかも何も他のマスターが張った結界だってば。
Is this the same thing that we were talking about with Lancer's master?
かなり広範囲に仕組まれた結界でね。発動すれば学校の敷地をほぼ包み込む。
Because this came up in the prologue.
種別は結界内にいる人間から血肉を奪うタイプ。まだ準備段階のようだけど、それでもみんなに元気がないって気づかなかった？
Come to think of it, I felt a bit strange on Saturday, but was that it? Then that must mean...
つまり学校にマスターがいる。
I mean...
そう、確実に敵が潜んでいるってわけ。わかったエミヤくん。そのあたり覚悟しておかないと死ぬわよあなた。
I wonder if there's any chance it's one of their friends. And if it is, who? I mean, obviously Sakura is like Sakura is the thought that's gonna jump in your head, right? But like, I don't know. As stupid as it sounds, I almost want to say the fucking teacher, not Fujimura, the other teacher, the guy, the fucking creepy ass dude. Just because he's the most like villain looking motherfucker I've ever seen in my life. So yeah, presumably based on everything, we are talking about Lancer's master though, but maybe not. My relaxed feelings go tense.
それでそのマスターが誰かは分かっているのか、遠坂は。
いいえ、当たりはついてるけどまだ確証が取れてない。まあうちの学校にはもう一人魔術師がいるってことは知ってたけど、魔術師イコールマスターってわけじゃないから。
Interesting. So you knew there was a magus, and it wasn't. I assumed that the magus you knew about was, in fact, Shirou. But the magus she knew about was not Shirou. Okay, so that confirms that there is another magus at her school.
あなたみたいな素人がマスターになる場合もあるんだし、断定はできないわ。
It actually sounds like, based on how they were describing it, if I think Kirei talked about it, it sounds like most of them are, a good amount of them are amateurs.
俺は素人じゃない。ちゃんとした魔術師だ。って待った遠坂、魔術師ならもう一人いるって、うちの学校にか。
そうよ。けどそいつからマスターとしての気配は感じないのよね。真っ先に調べに行ったけど、レイジもなければサーバントの気配もなかった。
Which means it's someone we encountered already? Or someone you encountered?
よっぽどうまく気配を隠しているなら別だけど、まずそいつはマスターじゃないわ。だからこの学園に潜んでいるマスターはシロみたいに半端に魔術を知っている人間だと思う。
Okay, sure. Interesting. So there's another magus at the school, but she thinks it's someone who isn't that person, but has, yeah, like an amateur.
ここのところさ、微量だけど私たち以外の魔力を後者に感じるのよ。それが敵マスターの気配ってわけなんだけど。
But it's too small an amount to detect the source, huh?
魔術師ではないマスターか。遠坂が断定するからには相当な確信があるんだろう。
Interesting.
それは信じるけど、そうか。うちの学校そんなに魔術師がいたのか。
そんなにって私とその子だけだって。魔術師ってのは家柄を大事にするでしょ。こんな狭い地域に2つの家系が根を張った場合、どうしても好意になるものなのよ。
そうなのか。けど俺は遠坂の家のことを知らなかったけどな。
エミヤくんちは特別。エミヤくんのお父さん、教会から離反した一匹狼だったんでしょうね。たまたまこの町が気に入って根を下ろしたんだろうけど、冬木の町はうちの管轄だからさ。
Yeah, I mean, from our understanding, that does sound about right in regards to Kiritsugu.
私たちにバレたらもらうものもらうことになるし、それが嫌で隠れてたんじゃないかな。
That's fair.
なんだよ、そのもらうものもらうって不穏な発言は。
気になる？
あ
シロが一人前になったら取り立てに行くから期待してて。
When you mature, that I know you mean as a magus, but that makes it sound so weird.
まったく、本当に猫かぶってやがったんだな。
Yeah, you're
お前ってやつは。
you're basically her bitch.
何が学校一の優等生だ。この詐欺師。
Not only an honor student, she's basically the honor student.
あら、いけない？外見を飾るのだって魔術師としての義務でしょ。
Okay. That's true though.
ほら、 私は遠坂家の跡取りだし、火の打ちどころのない優等生じゃないと天国の父さんに顔を合わせられないのよ。
Nice.
父さんって遠坂？
Yeah.
ええ、私が子供の頃死んじゃった。ま、十分長生きしたから天寿は全うしたんだし、別に悲しんだりはしてないけど。
Sure. Osaka smiles as if saying that's how a child with a Magus father should be. But that's...
それは嘘だ。人が死んだら悲しいだろ。それが肉親ならなおさらだ。魔術師だから仕方がないなんて言葉でごまかせるものじゃない。
I like how definitive that response was from Shiro.
まあ、そうね。エミヤ君の意見は反論できないぐらい正しいわ。
Yep. Saying that, Tosaka opens the can she's been using as a heat source. She takes small sips of the coffee. From what I know of her, I thought she would gulp it down, but she's really feminine when it comes to things like this.
話を戻すけど、ともかく冬木の町に魔術師は2人しかいないの。
Sure.
他のマスターは外からやってきた連中か。魔術をかじった程度でマスターに選ばれたっていう変わり種でしょうね。
Well, we obviously know Ilya Seville came from somewhere else, clearly. I see. According to Tosaka, I'm weird too, yes.
それは分かった。けどさ、半端に魔術をかじっただけのマスターならこの結界は張れないんじゃないのか。
マスターが貼ったんじゃなくてサーバントが貼ったのかもね。
Oh, if they have caster?
サーバントは自分のマスターを選べないもの。シローみたいなマスターに当たってしまった場合、サーバント自身がいろいろ策を練るしか勝機はないでしょ。
Sure, and to be fair, other servants could potentially use magic to some extent, but I'd imagine this would be a caster play.
だろうな。気に障るけど反論しようがないんでうなずいとくよ。
Sure.
はい、素直で結構。で、結界の話に戻すけど、この結界はすごく高度よ。
Okay.
ほとんど魔法の領域だし、こんなの貼れる魔術師だったらまず自分の魔力を隠しきれない。だから間違いなくこの結界はサーバントの仕業だと思う。
And if it's almost at the level of sorcery, then again, that implies that it would be caster.
サーバントの仕業か。ならマスター自身はそう物騒なやつじゃないのかな。
まさか魔術師にしろ一般人にしろ、そいつはルールが分かってないやつよ。マスターを見つければまずまっすぐに殺しに来るタイプの人間ね。
ルールがわからないって聖杯戦争のルールをか。
More so the rules of just being a magus, but yeah.
違う。
Yeah.
人間としてのルール。こんな結界を作らせる時点でそいつは自分ってものが分かってない。
Damn. I mean, that's an even more straightforward way to put it.
いいシロ、この結界はね、発動したら最後結界内の人間を一人残らず溶解して吸収する代物よ。私たちは生き物の胃の中にいるようなものなの。魔力で自分自身を守っている私たちには効果はないだろうけど、魔力を持たない人間ならわけもわからないうちに衰弱死しかねない。
Yeah, and there was the news thing about that happening, so this all checks out.
一般人を巻き込むどころの話じゃないわ。この結界が起動したら学校中の人間は皆殺しにされるのよ。わかる？こういうふざけた結界を準備させるやつがこの学校にいるマスターなの。
Yeah, apparently so. My vision blurs for a bit. Trying to comprehend what Tosaka is saying, I take a deep breath. That's it. Even though my understanding is incomplete, I imagine the worst possibility and engrave that image inside me, accepting the
話
situation
は
I
分
am
か
in.
った。それで遠坂、その結界とやらは壊せないのか。
We'll have to see.
試したけど無理だった。 結界の起点は全部探したんだけど、それを消去できないのよ。私にできるのは一時的に起点を弱めて結界の発動を先延ばしにするだけよ。
Which only furthers the idea that this is probably Caster, that's the making these, and whoever their master is.
うん。じゃあ遠坂がいる限り結界は張られない？
そう願いたいけど、それも都合のいい願いでしょうね。もう結界は張られていて、発動のための魔力は少しずつ溜まってきている。アーチャーの見立てだと、あと8日程度で準備が整うとか。
That's rough.
そうなったらマスターかサーバントか、どちらかがその気になれば、この学校は地獄になる。
Jesus.
じゃあそれまでに。
この学校に潜んでいるマスターを倒すしかない。
Fair enough.
けど探すのは難しいでしょうね。この結界を張られた時点でそいつの勝ちみたいなものだもの。あとは黙ってても結界は発動するんだから、その時まで表には出てこない。だからチャンスがあるとしたら、
表に出てくるその時だけってことか。
ご名答。まあそういうわけだから、今はおとなしくしてなさい。その時になったら嫌でも戦うことになるんだし。
That's fair. Oops. The first bell echoes through the cold rooftop. Lunch break is over, and I can't wait for lunch.
私は寄るところがあるから家には一人で帰って。寄り道は控えなさいよ。
Wow. Sokka leaves, saying, "See ya." There's no way I'm feeling good. There's no way I can have a calm mind after finding out that the talk of masters only attacking other masters was pointless.
学校に結界だ。
Planning to drag innocent people into this? That's not the work of a master at all, but a mass murderer. I have to find him before the boundary field is activated. Find him and defeat him completely.
喜べエミヤシロ。君の願いは。
Yep. Yep. I shake my head and deny the words I remember. I can't wish for something like that. A wish for a villain to defeat? That's not my wish. I'm debating whether I want to end here. That was a good conversation. But we've been going for quite a while. Yeah, I think we have to go. I think we have to cut it here, because if I don't, then I think we're just gonna end up in a position where we we're just never ending here. So let's. That was a fun episode of Fate. Obviously not a whole lot happened in this episode. This was a bit more of a chill episode compared to last episode. We just had a lot of talking, which, I mean, it's a visual novel, so it's all words in the end. But yeah, you know, a lot of fun conversations. We had, you know, a lot of talking between Saber and Shirou, a lot of talking with Rin. You know, we had the fun moments of Sakura and Fujimura Sensei finding out about the fact that Rin's living with us. And we spent some time at school, and we ended the episode with a good conversation with Rin at lunchtime about the master that's apparently lurking in the school and, you know, has set up this boundary field that we touched on earlier in the prologue, and bringing that up again. I assumed that it seemed like it was a Lancer thing, but it looks like these are separate instances, so. We got a lot of potatoes kind of just lurking around, and it'll be interesting to see how all of it plays out. But so far, so good. I'm definitely As always, I'm having fun playing Fate. This was a fun episode. There was a lot of interesting conversations that we had, a lot of interesting stuff going on, and I'm curious where it's gonna go. Curious how the rest of our February 5th or February 4th, one of those days, goes. And yeah, I'm definitely enjoying Fate, and I hope you guys are enjoying my Let's Play as always. This episode will actually go out. When this episode goes out, I'll be 25, which is crazy. This will be the first. There'll be an update video the day before, so this will be the first, like, new content. But yeah, I'm definitely excited to get deeper and deeper in and to really see where this goes, because we're 6 episodes in, and for the most part, they quite a few hours in, and I don't want to say not a lot's happened, because some stuff has certainly happened, but there's still many more masters and servants to meet, and tons of battles to be had, and it's not like we've defeated anyone yet, so we still have a long way to go as far as making real progress towards an actual outcome. But no, it's definitely been fun. I've really been enjoying it. Like I said, this was a fun episode. There was so many great moments with Tosaka in this episode. She's just glorious, and I love her to pieces, as I feel like at this point I already said ad nauseum, and yeah, it's just been a lot of fun. So I'm really looking forward to where things go from here. Like I said, we got to know Saber a lot more in this episode. I feel like this was the first part of the Let's Play where we really started to dive into Saber a bit, and I'm definitely excited to see where things go, as always. I don't think I have a lot to say about this part, though. I said a lot in the actual read-through, to where I don't feel like I have a lot to say afterwards, because I feel like I got, you know, the things that I wanted to discuss, I adequately talked about already, so I think we're doing pretty good here. But anyways, that's pretty much all I got to say. So if you want to support the channel, my Patreon's down below in the description. My Discord server is as well. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, those of you who have not yet decided, without any further ado, it's time for me to bid you adieu. Flamin' Shark signing out. Hope you guys have a wonderful, fantastical day, and I'll see you next time with another video. Thanks for watching. Peace.